is Smythe, host of the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.
Welcome to Team Podcast, episode 065. My name is Nash, host of Team Podcast, and with me I got my co-host, Wells of the Horseplay Podcast.
Hello.
And on the ones and twos, we got the great DJ Smythe.
Hello.
You just gonna let that go? He's literally copied every... Anyway, and with us, we got Casey J. Ford.
Don't forget the J.
What is going on, guys? What is going on?
Yo, this is breaking news.
Yep.
Hot off the wire.
Oh,
They
that's
just
what the
announced
beeps were.
the new Batman.
No.
The new Batman movies.
Ooh, who is it?
Robert Pattinson.
Really?
Yeah, why would I make that up?
Yeah, who is that first of all? Is he Christopher Robin?
That's the guy from Twilight.
That's a horrible choice, but we can ride with that, I guess.
That's a horrible choice.
That's a horrible choice. The Twilight guy is going to play Batman.
Are you sure that's not a joke?
Why would I make
Why would I make that up?
You guys are gonna lead the show off with this?
Robert Pattinson.
Pattinson.
Excuse me.
Congratulations, you are now Bruce Wayne, sir. Very honorable
Is
role.
he replacing Ben Affleck in that?
Ben
Yeah.
Affleck said he was going to.
Affleck, yeah, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, so is he
opted out.
replacing
Replace him or kicked him off. Yeah, it's basically they're gonna start over with it.
Oh, so they're starting over with that?
Yeah, they're starting over with it. So he's gonna become younger.
Yeah,
He's gonna
clearly.
start younger.
So the whole DC universe is gone now?
No, there's going
parts
to
of it.
maybe they'll just make a Batman movie where he's young.
So Wonder Woman stays, Aquaman stays, Flash stays, Batman's gone, and possibly
let me get this
Superman.
straight. The two most important characters,
Yeah.
Superman and Batman, are gone.
Yeah.
DC's a mess. Man.
DC doesn't have a plan. They don't have a plan. Now they're bringing in James Gunn for Suicide Squad, and Will Smith said he's out now.
Yeah, they're bringing in Idris Elba. I read about
Yeah.
that.
So they're just a mess. They don't have a plan.
Hey,
They
Idris-
should have had a plan. They wanted to, like we discussed before. They want to catch up to Marvel right away.
Yep.
I get that, but when you lose the two biggest characters in
Wait,
your franchise...
Idris Elba's going to play Deadshot? Is that what we just heard?
No, he's going to be
Oh,
another
okay.
character.
Thank God.
I thought he was playing Deadshot.
Yeah, I thought he was playing Deadshot.
He's playing Deadshot.
Yeah.
That's
he replaced Will Smith.
Wow.
Wow, they're dumb.
Wow. That's going
I
to...
mean, I like Idris Elba.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
That's gonna be hard to
Why
watch.
just make him another character?
Yeah.
Just make him another character.
Why? They didn't make War Machine a different character when Terrence Howard dropped out.
Oh.
Cheeto.
I guess, but there's already a continuing story. But just it's Suicide Squad. There are so many members of Suicide Squad. You can just make him another character.
Don't you remember how impressive Deadshot was in that movie?
He actually was
I
probably the
actually
best.
haven't seen that movie.
Don't bother.
Okay.
He was actually the best. The movie was a mess. He was actually probably one of the better parts of that movie. That part where he's shooting the gun and the Kanye West song came on. That was pretty good. It's all right, whatever.
I don't remember much of that movie. Other than-
man.
That's fine. That's fine.
And
You
then
can-
every character being introduced like 5 times.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Hey, gotta make the story work.
And they still didn't.
Yeah, that's true. I got something.
Well, I was going to continue this, but go on.
Don't toot your own horn.
I'm not even tooting my own horn. I'm just saying what happened.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
It is the truth.
I was so worried you're going to do this. I'm like,
No,
come
go
on.
ahead, do it.
Why can't I say what
Like
happened?
You've been there before.
Man. Anyway, so on Twitter, I have been spewing WWE hate for the last week and a bit. Just tidbits of how to make the show better. And yesterday, I decided to spit my hate at Sasha Banks. My tweet just said that I side with WWE in the case of Sasha Banks, and for her to quit because
In the case.
yeah, her to quit because of losing is whatever. And at the end, I said, a lot of women put her over for her spot, and for her to walk away from that, it's not good. And I put ungrateful. Apparently, she was sitting right beside her phone because she clapped back on me so hard and so fast that I didn't know what to do. And now it's a pretty big thing. People are writing articles. Apparently, she hasn't done anything on social media in just over a month. So that was her first time surfacing on social media. Thanks. Made my day. That's it.
You got roasted.
Roasted. It was so fast. And then when I even came back at her, she clapped back with a meme.
Yeah, she did the SpongeBob.
Immediately. And I was like, oh, well, this is going to be bad.
God, I hate social media.
Yeah, so.
You want to say what you did on Twitter the other day, Casey? No? You want to talk about your Twitter?
He made a Twitter.
I made a Twitter, but I haven't used it.
You made a Twitter?
I made a Twitter,
Oh, okay.
but I still think it's stupid.
Yeah, you're allowed to say it's stupid.
It is stupid.
It's fine. Anything else going on with you guys in your week? Nothing else? No exciting stories? I do have a question for you guys. Again, I still got to come up with a name for the segment. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What was your greatest I called it moment? What was your greatest I called it moment? Do you guys have any? Off the top of your
I
head?
have plenty.
Oh, so go right ahead. Go right ahead.
I think one was on the way over here. I said, "There's no way we're gonna start on time today."
Oh, you call that definitely. Definitely.
It's just, I have so many. That's just one of them.
That was one of them. My most recent was during the season. Was it this year? And I called the Detroit Lions over the New England Patriots. And you guys poo-pooed on me. Remember that? And the Lions beat the Pats 20-10.
That's fair.
Okay, that's fair.
It's a pretty good one.
That's fair. You got any? Casey? This must be your favorite part. Recognition. As you
Recognition!
I say recognition so much, but I can't remember. All I could remember, and I'm trying to keep it back to the show, Jimmy Butler and the Timberwolves. Right? I do believe I called that, and all of you guys. I can't remember who else did, but I know the two of you did.
On the Timberwolves? Just
Jumped
Timberwolves.
on me.
Okay, just Timberwolves?
No,
You guys
he
were
didn't
saying-
even say what he called. What did you call? You didn't call just
I know,
him on
I
the
know
team.
what it
I said Jimmy Butler
Destroy the
would destroy the Timberwolves.
Wasn't gonna work.
He would destroy the Timberwolves
Yeah.
before he actually did.
No, you did. And you're right. You're right.
So on this show, I think that's my biggest I call it a moment.
Nice.
That is proof.
Recognition!
Recognition.
I'm just going to say I called Hurricane over the Caps. Oh, and Nets making the playoffs, too.
Yeah, you called the Nets making the playoffs. That, you know what? You should get more credit for that because not a single soul on the planet agreed with you on that when you said that. We all laughed. It was an ongoing theme throughout the entire year till the very end of the season. Much like your Bucks not getting past the first round.
Yeah, how about that one?
Yeah.
You know what's hilarious? He rolled his eyes at me. I'm talking to Smythe. He rolled his eyes at me. He said I was stupid. I was like, I don't know what you're doing. And he picked against the Bucks twice in the playoffs. But he's calling me out.
So my father don't like him. I didn't say first round.
I
though.
don't know what basketball y'all were watching.
He took back first round. You know what? Nash took first round back, and he said second round. So I'll give him that.
I was wrong. Who was the first one to say I was wrong? Raised my hand and said I was the first one. I was
I
wrong.
feel like we all said you're wrong before you said you were wrong. But that's cool.
Any recommends and warrants for you guys? Smythe?
Nope.
Nothing. Wells?
John Wick.
Saw it already?
What about it?
No, I mean like just the series. Like I recommend it.
Oh.
Have you rewatched the movies? Because
Yeah.
it's coming out this weekend. That's the time
I
we're
want
recording.
to see it this weekend.
Yeah.
I rewatched the last two,
You're confident.
and then
You haven't even seen the third one yet, and you're going to recommend it.
no, I mean I'm recommending the
series.
series as a whole.
Oh, okay.
Plus, like I logged on to Fortnite today and saw that there's a John Wick like game mode on it. So like John Wick's all over the place.
No, it's got
You know how sometimes you just get hyped up. Like a week ago, I was like, yeah, John Wick's coming out. Okay, yeah, maybe I'll see it. And I watched the first two, and then the Fortnite thing came out, and I was like, yo, let's go. Like I'm ready to shoot some people.
Love those movies.
John
They're-
Wick
they're
is
pretty
Watch
great.
him
Great
shoot some
movies.
people.
The action in that movie. Because it was the director's actually his
Stuntman.
stuntman. Yeah.
And
So that's why the action set pieces are really really good, I guess.
it's great. Perfect movie for Keanu. Right? Doesn't talk much.
Just runs around and shoots
I
everywhere.
don't get that guy, man. Like he's like, if he's not doing like an action something, like his movies are trash. Like
Well,
Devil's Advocate was
Was
a
trash.
good movie.
No, it was trash.
wow. I liked it. So.
It was trash.
I liked it.
Al Pacino really overacting. It's pretty. You can enjoy it. Like I sit back and watch. I enjoy
haven't seen
it
it since back in the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, I remember it being a good movie.
because I watched it last year. It's really bad. I enjoyed it still. I'll probably watch it again.
See, that's the problem. You can't
It's
go
really
back
bad,
and-
but
you
I'll
gotta
watch it
movies
again.
With today's lens, right? You gotta
Well, like-
respect it for the time it came out, which was what, the late 90s?
No, you know what? I thought it was a good movie, so I can't really.
That's fine. I'm not saying
But
that.
Wells, you're absolutely right. Like, whenever he has to talk,
I don't know if it's necessarily when he has to talk because he talked a lot in the Matrix.
no, not the
no,
first
he
Matrix.
just someone asked him a question and he repeated the question.
Whoa.
That was his acting extent. In
How
the
about Speed?
yeah, action movie.
Cans. There were cans. that was literally his line reading.
I mean, technically, John Wick does sound like Neo, no?
Yeah,
Well, it's his
it sounds
voice.
like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he just it's a cool like even like the
concept.
the
It's,
concept
a
of
great.
it?
It's a great.
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. Like
It's a
the
great.
Hitman,
scene.
like
Yeah.
society and everything. It's really well
really
done.
good.
Because he was in Dangerous Liaisons. And I was like,
Yeah, just
why are you in this movie? Except for, like,
Just he
why?
tried, man. He tried something
Yeah, I
else.
get it. I get like he tries to do other stuff, but like
I think he found who he is.
Yeah.
Especially
He doesn't always, though. He doesn't always. Because what was that samurai movie? Did
Yeah, I was
come
about
with?
to ask that.
Yeah,
That was
Something
Ronin.
Ronin? Yeah.
Eight Ronin or something or something. Like
47
that.
Ronin.
Yeah, 47
Yeah,
Ronin.
that's
It
right.
wasn't good.
No, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Oh, I do have a recommend, by the way. Circle back to me. Circle back.
Oh, okay. Well, you had
Go
your
on.
chance, man.
Yeah, you had your chance.
Oh,
Case,
do your thing, man.
go on.
Let's
Go on,
circle
go
back,
on,
but whatever.
go on, go on.
I rewatched The Hunger Games from start to finish.
Trash.
Listen,
You're not gonna get an okay from me. That thing is garbage.
No,
That thing is
listen.
trash.
Those
that
are
100%.
garbage, man.
We're talking about movies.
they told that story very well. That was a good set for a 4-movie set telling a full story. That was well done. There was only 4.
Didn't they split up the last two?
Yeah, so
Yeah, there's only 4. But it was good, man. You have to watch it. Okay, maybe
I haven't
not
seen
watch
the
it
last
again.
one, but the books. I read the books before the movies
Trash.
came out. They were good.
That's fine.
It was a good story.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Second one was better than the first. The last two.
I remember liking the first one better.
Really?
Best. Yeah, I remember. I
Oh,
remember.
man. Like it's a rip off of Battle Royale, the movie. Like
That
it's
is,
just
that is true. That is true.
Well, the books were a rip off of it too.
yeah, I know.
Anyway, it's good.
Like the stupid love story. Like get out of here, man.
I hated that love story. My God.
In the books, it's not as cheesy.
Well, they're marketing to the kids of
It's also
Twilight.
teen,
Yeah,
right?
it's a
It's
teeny
the
bopper.
Twilight.
Well, they were copying that whole because at that time there was all those. Well, no, I think they started it because after that Maze Runner came out.
Yeah, the Divergent.
Divergence, and yeah, it was a thing.
Yeah.
Twilight, actually, sorry, Twilight was the first one.
Mind you, I
Yeah,
watched all of them.
Teens are the one who are going to the
Are they?
movies no matter what. Yeah.
They don't have disposable income. It's more
they
like
do.
mid-20s.
No, but it's not.
no,
You don't need
the
disposable.
movie's not expensive.
Yeah, going to a movie
Like
doesn't
$50,
require.
right?
No, I know it's geared towards them,
Yeah.
but not necessarily teens are going to movies because it's like people in the
No, they're the ones
mid-20s.
who are watching that.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Because they can't do anything else. Everything else that costs money, they can't do. So that's it. Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen a Twilight movie.
I
right?
haven't either.
But I've seen the Hunger Games movies, and
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I recently watched the Harry Potter movies.
All of them.
God, I hate it.
Trash.
Wow.
Except number 3. Do you like number 3 though, Rose?
I didn't
Prisoner
like
of Azkaban.
any of them.
No.
I mean, they've all blended together. I won't lie.
Yeah.
But
They're all
I thought
trash.
it ended. I'm like, oh, it's a
And
Last
then-
year-
and everyone's like, "Yo, you got to read the books." I'm like, "No, man. I watched the movies."
I would never read the books after
If
watching
you
movies. It
can't
doesn't
tell
make
me
any.
the story in the movies, then I don't need like.
I'm
I'm not watching. I'm not like it's not
Going
like,
back, going back
Yeah.
to read it.
The
Last
movie-
year I tried to watch them all in succession,
That's what I did.
and then I got to the last one. I still haven't watched. To this day I still haven't watched the last one. I just got bored of the whole thing. I'm like, this sucks. And
Well,
I
if you
stopped.
watch it over 10 years, I think you would catch your
I'm
attention
not.
more.
It never caught my attention.
I find the first ones were kind of childish. And,
Yeah, it was. Well,
But,
yeah,
I mean,
it was.
they were
Yeah,
young,
it was.
right?
Yeah, they
so
were
I
young.
get it, right? I thought as it got into the later ones.
After Prisoner of
it got
Azkaban, that's when like it
I
ramped
can't
up.
tell you the names, so you names of them to save my life. But I didn't hate them. I didn't.
Well, the concept.
I don't think I'm going to watch it again like that.
If
like,
you
I've
s-
watched Lord of the Rings multiple times, but I don't think I'd watch that.
Do you watch Lord of the Rings multiple times, or you just go back to number 2?
Fair, valid point. Valid point.
I will watch that one over and over again. Number 3, I don't watch because it's too long.
I don't
You're
understand.
absolutely right.
Like, how does Lord of the Rings beat Harry Potter?
I don't know if it beats it, but
I would say it beats it.
that's
just
I
me.
enjoyed it more. Maybe it's because it's a bit more adult.
Is it because you were younger when you watched it?
I remember going to the theater on Christmas Day.
Yes.
'Cause that's when it came out with all my boys, Dwayne and everybody, and watching it. I never did that with Lord of the Rings.
Well, that's nostalgia. But does that mean it's a better movie?
Yes.
The second one, The Two Towers, is a good movie, right? The first one I could rewatch. The third one, you're right, I've never rewatched it.
I never go back to it. It's just too long. It's just too long. I think I was thinking the same phenomenon might happen with these Avengers movies. You might go back to and we'll have to see after time, but we might tend. I think people will go back to Infinity War more than they'll go back to Endgame.
I might buy the super box set.
The
I will
best
say that.
Marvel one is Winter Soldier.
In your opinion, I know you guys agree. Yeah.
I have seen that movie.
Yep.
I don't know
That's,
how
that's
many
the
times
one
on
I've
Netflix.
most watched too.
Right, the only movie I would put above it, and I know well this is where we'll disagree,
Agree.
is The Dark Knight.
Yeah, as far as
Which is
comic book
obviously
movies.
not a Marvel.
As far as comic book
As far as
movies,
comic
yeah,
book
yeah,
movies,
yeah.
yeah.
Now I do disagree with you. I'm not, but this is the thing with Marvel. They don't make bad movies, so I'm not saying Winter Soldier is bad. I just don't I don't rate it that high.
The Winter Soldier was just. Yeah, anyway, that's all.
Yeah, that's fine. You have any recommends on Warren's, Casey?
Yeah, so my recommend the Google Home system or the Google Mini. Wells put me on to a Spotify promotion,
On a free one.
right? Where I got a free one just for being a member of Spotify. Just a regular version, because if you're on the premium, you didn't get one for free.
Which is
my
unbelievable.
You're on free Spotify?
Thanks, Spotify.
You
No,
didn't
I have the so
premium. He
the,
has
it's
the $14.99.
but it's $14.99 for 6 accounts. So basically, I'm getting a huge discount on it, right?
Oh.
What do you need 6 accounts for?
No, I have my sister.
question. I
I
remember this.
have a
Okay,
land,
if you
right?
pay for his fam, that's cool.
Yeah.
I get that.
And it's for
Well, he
$14
didn't
bucks.
get it, but I got one, right? So I got it in the mail probably,
First of
couple
all,
weeks ago.
I have one. Keep going.
Okay, fair enough. I got it in the mail a couple weeks ago. I plugged it in and I started using it. At first I was wary, but I mean, I love that thing, man. I turn on my TV with it. I'm thinking about buying smart lights with it so I can turn on the lights in my home, right? Like, I check the weather when I wake up in the morning. I ask, there's a clock right beside me, and I'll say, Google, what time is it? Right?
Do you know where it's actually probably the most helpful thing ever? In the kitchen. Ask that thing about recipes, cooking, how long to put it in, temperatures. Spot on.
Exactly. I recently bought an
Timers.
Instapot or air fryer, and that's exactly what I said. I said, how long do I put this in the air fryer? And it will tell me.
Yep.
I absolutely love it.
You bought an air fryer?
I bought an air fryer.
How do you like it?
That'll be my next week's recommendation. But, next time's, but I love that thing. Right?
Yes, Wells. It's a convection oven, but it's really handy. I tend to use it
It's
more than
quick. Well,
I use it more than the oven.
Mine, you don't have to preheat, right? So you just put it in, you turn on the timer, and boom. Am I warned? The Google Home system. Okay, like, when you really sit back and think about it, this thing is listening to you all the time. It's
Skynet.
listening for you to say, okay, Google, hey, Google.
So is your phone.
So is my phone. You're right, right? But I didn't have it turned on for my phone, right? Now I'm willingly letting this thing listen to every single thing I say. And I remember reading an article recently where Amazon is paying millions to people just to listen to your conversation. They're not listening to see who you are. They don't care, right? But they're listening for catchphrases and stuff so they could make their system better. But they're still listening to you. Mm-hmm. Right, and then the Skynets, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to think about, like, it's scary. So I'm going back and forth in my head: privacy,
Convenience. Most
Privacy.
people,
Oh, yeah.
most people pick convenience.
And I've always been that person who's been on privacy. That's why I don't really have social media. But this thing is so damn convenient.
So the value of it listening to everything you say is it wants to find out what you like so it can show you things and sell you them, right?
Yep.
Like my phone right now, if a song plays, any song, my phone will tell you what song's playing. I don't know why it does that. I kind of like it.
What's feature you have turned on?
Yeah. Well, I'll turn it off because it's just been on since I got my phone. But it's basically AdSense working to a completely different level. Now you're like, I really would like a shirt, a button-down shirt, and they'll show you ads for that.
Well, I don't really like that part of anything.
Yeah.
But
Well,
my phone does that, but I don't really like it.
my thing is like, wouldn't you rather see ads for stuff you actually like as opposed to ads for things that you
Rather not see
don't
it
care about?
Rather not see it at all. But anyway, that's just the way it is.
I think it's just. I think it's a really big slippery slope.
Of course it is.
I think these companies have no real oversight. There's no laws for this.
No.
Right? Because this is so new.
That's the
right?
best part about it.
And these people could do whatever the hell they want
Yeah.
with what we're saying, with our information.
But like,
Right?
if you had a company and you can spend ad dollars only on people that are going to buy, would you not want to do that?
I understand what you're saying on the business front, but I'm just talking about
Your personal
as a society,
privacy. Privacy.
Yeah, privacy's
Like,
done. It's over.
this is like RoboCop 1.
Yeah, privacy's
Like-
privacy's gone.
OCP.
What was the name of the company? As
OCP.
Right? Private police forces in Detroit are actually a real thing now, right? Like,
Yep.
Anyway,
And funny, RoboCop took place in Detroit.
Yeah.
Yep,
Where do they
exactly.
get the ideas from, you think?
Yeah, so that's my recommended warrant. It's the same thing. It's probably the first time that's happened, but
Nope, no, it's not.
it's not. Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, someone would recommend it and someone would recommend against it or warn against it.
Oh, okay, well, either which way, I highly recommend it. But if you are really concerned about your privacy, may not be the best thing for you.
Sweet. I have no warn. But Wells will like this. I have two recommends. Wells will like this one. I watched Searching. Yesterday. You know what searching is?
No.
With the Asian guy looking for his daughter.
The human being, yeah.
It's something. What's it? The guy from Star Trek?
John Cho.
John Cho. Sorry, I couldn't remember his name.
John
Sorry.
Cho.
John Cho. You know the guy from Star Trek.
Also from
The
American
Asian
Pie.
guy?
American Pie guy.
The
I don't know how else to say it. I thought you would know exactly what I was saying as soon as I said that.
You remember Russell Peters' joke? It's like your friends outside. Ooh, the big black guy? He's like, I don't know. I don't see color, man. Yeah, searching.
Actually, I remember the trailer for that. Yeah.
Really good movie, really good mystery. They kind of foreshadowed early, but whatever. The entire movie is shown through screens, so you only see it through FaceTime, you only see it through your computer screen and stuff like that. There's a few cheats in there because he goes to certain places and stuff like that. I'm like, would you really FaceTime at this point, or would this newscast be showing this live? No, but. Whatever. Still really good movie. Really good mystery. I recommend watching it. I watched it on Crave. I have.
It's on Crave? Okay,
Yeah,
everything just got Crave, so that's good.
Yeah.
I got to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm about to get rid of Crave.
Yeah, you're getting rid of it on Monday.
How many people do you think are doing that?
Yep. There must be crying because people aren't coming back.
Well, they
after
always have to, especially with HBO, they always have to come up with banger shows.
Yeah.
Or that's why they got rid of boxing. That's why they got rid of because they're not making that
I can't
much.
lie, I bought the yearly. I saved 2 months. Paid I think $180 or
For 6 weeks.
no. But I'm gonna watch other things. I watch
What else?
He's
are
gonna
you
watch
gonna
everything for a year and then he's gonna get rid of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than paying for cable.
I've watched a lot of movies on there. I'm not gonna lie. I watched a lot of movies.
That's what I mean, man. There's a lot of movies on there. Like some HBO shows from back in the day I want to rewatch.
Yeah.
Like Rome.
I get
Rome's
movies
an
for
awesome
free.
Oh yeah.
Rome's a
Too bad they
good
didn't
film.
finish it.
Yeah, that's too bad they didn't finish that.
Yeah, it's
Probably.
really different. Deadwood I heard is really good. I'm gonna
That
watch
was
that.
really
We
good.
got
Yeah.
a movie coming out soon.
Oh, there.
That's right. That's right. So anyway,
My other recommend is: have you guys ever watched sports with no sound?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
When we do this podcast.
No, I'm just like you're sitting at home and you just watch.
Even at home, I'll be doing something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it because it was Shannon Sharp who said this a while ago. He's like, I don't watch sports with sound. I was like, what kind of experience is that? So I tried it one day with a basketball game. You pay way more attention because you're not influenced by the announcement.
Yeah.
So I watched the Raptors game yesterday. I was listening to a podcast and I was watching
the Raps game.
And watching the Raps game with no sound.
Is that a better experience, you think?
I
Or I guess you just started with it.
my partner, she was watching the same thing too. It's like, this is much better.
I
I don't know if it's
I take
better.
commentary, yeah.
Because what you're subconsciously what you're doing is you're paying attention to what the announcers are telling you.
yeah.
I
Subconsciously.
think I pay attention to both.
Some of you are.
Some.
Not all
Okay,
of
not okay. Yeah, you're right. Maybe not all of you, but now without the commentary, you are creating your.
The fact that it's from Shannon Sharp makes me question. Period.
Oh, come on,
Right,
hater.
so-
Don't be a hater.
Shannon Sharp's not that bad. The show he's on sucks.
Wow.
Well, isn't that a reflection of him?
No, no. 'Cause that show's run by Skip Bayless.
Yeah,
Now-
he's there too.
Yeah, he
Well, it's a job, right? Are you gonna turn like?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you-
You don't have a job? Now, are like when you go to an event, don't you miss the commentary? I hate when I'm at sports and I'm like, "What's going on?" I was at a Jays game once. The Jays struck out 17 times in the game. Didn't know because I was drinking beer with friends.
Inside the stadium is hard
Yeah.
because if you turn around for a second
So they
or a couple minutes, or you're talking to somebody, then you're like, "Oh, what just happened?"
yeah.
Like that's why it's hard there. But if you're at home, just sitting there watching the screen, just watching the game, I just find I've paid more attention.
You
but
tuned in
anyway,
more.
I tune in more. That's my recommend. I recommend anyone just try it at least once. See how it goes. Game of Thrones.
It's time.
Game of Thrones.
Got some differing opinions on this.
Oh, Casey has hot takes.
No, I got no hot takes.
Yeah.
Hot takes.
You guys have hot takes. I don't know. What do you guys want me to do? Do you guys want to touch on? I just go down my notes and you just go. You want
Yes.
to chime in where you go? I'm sure I notes from last week because last week it did go a little bit. It went a little too long. I'll still go run down the show, but I shortened it. So the episode starts off.
It's like 3 things that happened. Like,
Yeah.
and like the last 40 minutes was just
Was one thing.
Yeah.
so went crazy.
To be honest, I think we should just talk about what you guys disliked about it.
Well, I'll go into
much time you got?
What you liked. About it. let's
So we start off with the MP.
talk
He
about
betrays
the big
Varys
things.
to Daenerys. Varys got killed by the dragon. Basically, it rolls into the battle.
But the most important part about that scene was this short guy's name? Tyrion. Tyrion was he was the one who did it, right? And it played back at the end of the episode. But anyway, go on.
Sorry, you have to explain that.
Well, he's the one who told Danny that
Yeah,
Varys was
yeah.
the one who did it because he believed in her, right?
Yes.
And then the end of the episode happened, and you could see his face. He's
Oh
like,
yeah, for sure.
Oh damn! So to me,
Well,
that
I don't know if he fully believes in her because you could see throughout this entire season he wants to.
he wants to.
Yes.
He pushes.
That's better.
Well, Tyrion has been Danny's voice of reason for this whole show.
Not the whole show.
Well,
While he's been with her, yes.
Well, it's been with yes.
and he earned the hand because he gave good advice. But the good advice was always, do not do this. Do this instead. Do not be a savage. Try to be civil.
I was gonna ask you guys, has all of a sudden now he's from being the smartest person on the show, now making foolish mistakes. Has there been a build to this? I don't remember.
But
I don't remember being a build
Is
to
he
this.
making mistakes,
Yes, he
or
is.
is she
No, he's making mistakes.
making the mistakes?
I'm just wondering if you and
Or-
again. Well,
Or is the writing just bad?
that's what I was another thing I was
Wow.
going to get to. And again, you've binge watched it. Have you seen that change where it's like, okay, why is this guy all of a sudden just making mistakes?
Like, he did so many stupid things in that episode. Like, and we saw
The whole
him-
season.
Okay, like what?
Okay, well, he sold out Varys, right?
You're supposed to do that.
He had faith in
Daenerys.
Danny to not
Be a
torch the
savage.
city up.
Well, would you say that's a
He trusted his sister.
That's an emotional
Yeah, and then he
choice.
freed Jamie to go see Cersei.
Yeah.
Like,
So
And he also trusted his sister in the beginning of the season. The only reason I would say that's a stupid choice case because this guy has been proven to be one of the smarter guys. To me, I was like thinking to myself because I rewatched the episode. I'm like, he's making a lot of mistakes, and he was one of the smartest guys. So I'm just wondering where that change happened.
actually watch. I think if you watch through all the seasons,
Yeah, I'm gonna do that again.
he.
But see, now you're struggling to figure out where that change happened.
No, what I'm trying to say is he's always tried to make the right choice. Right? He wants to be the good person.
he
that
wants.
way.
He also wants to
Right.
spare his sister.
He loves
And
his
spare
family,
his
and he's
brother.
always
Even though he
been
killed his
trying-
dad.
He did kill, and he
He hated his dad. I will give you that.
and he felt guilty about that though, right?
But he loves his brother, right? So
No,
he was gonna
that
free
I
his
see.
brother, so
Yeah,
that
yeah,
doesn't-
that's not a thing. But
Right.
just the mistakes
And
I've
he
seen.
didn't free Jamie to get Cersei out. He freed Jamie to convince Cersei
To ring the bells.
surrender.
And if you can't leave,
That's what
he
he
said. Yeah,
did.
that's what he said.
Right? So I mean, it's not the same thing.
You want to prevent the bloodshed, right? But he's always the ongoing theme this season basically was he knew that Danny would win the war at King's Landing. Okay, so he's trying to spare the people at King's Landing. He's trying to spare his sister. He's trying to find the most diplomatic way to go about the transition of power because he knows that they're going to win. Mind you, they had 2 dragons before, so they were definitely going to win.
Yeah.
So any army, whatever. So he tried his best to make that not what happened. That's what I can think of it as.
I think he was desperate, and when you're desperate, you make foolish decisions. I think that's human nature.
Now, what you guys are doing to me, it sounds like you're explaining the guy in this season.
No, I'm saying that's what he's always been. He's always been desperate. He's always been a desperate
He's,
kid.
I don't know. He's always desperate.
He once
just
was in a.
smart.
Remember, he
He's-
sailed through the sea in a box at one point.
I know, but he's always had contingency plans and contingency plans. But anyway,
Has he?
he did. What was that mercenary he hired? He had contingency.
Braun. No,
yeah,
no, no, no. Braun?
Braun. It is Braun.
Yeah, Braun.
Like he would have been dead if he didn't.
He's a survivor.
Put these things in place. Like
I'm not
he's
saying he's not a survivor, but what I'm saying is, when I say he's desperate, I don't mean he's constantly running for his life.
Yeah.
I just
No.
mean that he
He always played for scraps.
he's always had exactly. That's
He
exactly.
went from King's Landing all the way to the wall, all the way
he went to the wall on
back,
purpose.
but he went across the sea. He's one of the only 2 characters that have been throughout the whole place, right?
I know, but he went to the wall on purpose. Not that it was a choice, like to survive. He went there to experience it. Like he wanted to gain knowledge of the wall. That's why he went to the wall.
I don't disagree with you. He's a smart character. Do I think that he let his belief in Daenerys cloud his judgment? Yes, and that's the part of it. That's was the interesting part of it. I don't think that saying that he by him making that mistake, that makes it bad writing. I don't agree with that. I think it makes it because that's human nature. People do
Well,
that
when
all
we
the
say
time.
bad writing, I know, and you are explaining the character of this season.
I-
Has he done this? Has he done that previously?
He spent the whole.
Has he trusted somebody before that and it screwed him?
But it wasn't.
Did he do it before?
It wasn't trust. He spent the whole
The girl
season.
did he get married to that girl?
He wanted to, and he
Shane
told
was
her.
her name?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
told her to get lost, and he actually had to kill her. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
he
fair.
killed
Fair
her,
enough.
right?
Fair
Like,
enough.
He's done this quite often, right?
Fair enough.
He spent the whole season technically deceiving her, right? And keeping her not on top of it till the very end when she was like, "Next time you do this is the last time." But the whole time he was making decisions.
He likes to believe the best in people, and unfortunately gets disappointed sometimes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, let's move on from this. The battle. And this is unless you guys want to touch anything else before the battle.
I think that's next what happened.
Yeah.
45 minutes of the damn episode.
There was that kiss between Danny and John where John basically pulled back and she's like, "Fear it is." I kind of deciphered that as John is now scared of her. Now too.
I deciphered it as this is my aunt.
Yeah.
Why the
Yeah.
hell am I kissing
Yeah.
my aunt? That's how I looked at it.
You think he keeps saying "I love you"? Now I've heard two different. I've heard that explanation, and I've also heard the explanation. I said
I
that
think
now
he-
he's scared of her.
I don't
think he cares that he's
I
angry.
think he does love her, but when he's kissing her, he's like, "Oh damn, this is my aunt," and he pulls back because he starts, but he always pulls back after. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
he did
think
that- they did that
think
before.
He did it twice.
No. Danny
done
pulled back. Danny pulled back the first time. It was Danny who pulled back. Yeah,
Told him
Danny
not
pulled
She
back.
realized,
Not to
damn,
say
this
anything.
is my nephew, right?
I don't think they care about that.
Because they don't.
I don't
In an
think
episode,
they
in a
care
show
about
of incest, I don't think they care about that.
Well, first of all, there's only one couple that has incest in the show. It's not like every single.
Well, Targaryens are no
Targaryens.
Targaryens
yeah,
are all about
Targaryens that
incest.
too.
Okay, fair enough. But I do believe that is what's stopping John from being with her. That's what I believe.
Or she's a monster.
That's what I think.
Not yet. He wouldn't know that yet.
He knows that now.
He knew
He
from-
knows that.
No, he knows that now.
No, he knew that before.
Remember?
Everyone knew that.
He had his suspicions,
Yeah.
right? He had his doubts, but he didn't know for sure until the end of that episode.
No, when she told him not to tell anyone.
No, that's not being a monster, right? What made him suspicious was the killing of the Tullys or whatever they're called, right? That's what made him pause. Made him say, "That's why would she do that?" Right? But I don't believe that she was scared of her at that point.
Well,
That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Right?
could be wrong, but not.
I mean, you're okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong.
I think.
Now, moving on to the battle, where my beefs just begin.
Can I slide one more point in there? I think he had a romantic relationship with her to keep her level-headed. Keep going.
I think he did love her.
I think he did love her.
I think he did love her. He found out she's his aunt, and that kind of complicated things,
All right.
which would normally happen to probably.
Moving on to the battle where the beefs, for me at least, began. So you see the Golden Company come out, line up, and all that kind of stuff. Arrows galore, boats galore. They're getting loaded and stuff like that. They see the Unsullied army and a bunch of what's that group called? Dothraki.
Dothraki.
Rocky.
So I guess they can respond now.
What do you mean?
They're dead.
No, half of them. Come on, man.
No. Which part of the plan said we're going to hold back half our army?
What do you mean hold back? Huh?
So when they went to go face the dead and they went out with all the torches?
No, but some of them came back.
No,
right.
not all of them came back. You mean all those? I don't know. It looked like to me they were all dead.
They said half the Dothraki were
No,
dead.
I know they said it.
Well, then what do you want from the movie? Like, what do you want them to do?
You know, some of them came back. The fact that Sir.
I think he ran away.
He was like, not today.
I think he saw them. He's like, oh, not today. Anyway, well, whatever. Small nitpick on my half. I can take it or leave her. Now the dragon came down, started just wrecking havoc. Blew fire, blew up every single boat in that harbor. All of a sudden, now these arrows are ineffective.
It's not that they're ineffective.
They were ineffective.
They ambushed them the first time.
Go on, Wells. Speak of truth there, Wells. Come on. I know you want to speak something.
We already talked about this last episode.
Wells is now rubbing
How
his
does
head.
a creature that flies in the air did not see?
A boat.
They were behind the mountains.
What?
And it's funny. The dragon went down, and then they came around the mountain.
Yeah, I just. Anyways,
All of a sudden, these arrows are ineffective. Arrows is flying through the air, completely ineffective. All of a sudden, it's fine.
I would argue that, but okay.
The argument is once you see that there's arrows, you can avoid them.
Once you know that they exist,
I'm sorry, but they're coming very fast. How do you like?
now your trajectory. Go ahead, physics expert. Tell us how fast they're coming at the dragon.
One thing that she did differently, and you could tell,
She came up from us.
she came up from high and she
Sure.
did a nosedive
Yeah,
at
yeah.
a fast speed. Right? That's not what happened when the second dragon.
No, I understand. There's a different tactic to go.
The magical boomerang arrow came and killed the dragon from
Yeah, like-
around the mountain.
Yeah, it's just
No, what I'm saying is the other dragon was just flying like it was
Okay.
like a seagull in the air, right? Like
if I'm the dragons and you're saying they could not see the boats, how'd the boats see them?
good point.
It's all lazy writing.
Listen, I'm not going to say this show's perfect. I'm not, right? But
It was for a bit.
no,
It was damn near.
Never
It was damn near perfect for a bit.
never
Yes, it was.
perfect.
It was.
If you guys are nitpicking at this, the show is not perfect. Let's just say it like that.
Trust me, the show is not perfect. There's a lot of
The only reason I know
like
it's
the-
the only reason I know is because the actual writer of the books said he hated when TV shows did these kind of things, put characters in situations and ex machina them out of it, put them in situations where they can't get out of it, and all of a sudden a miracle happens, and he never did that previously.
Battle of the Bastards.
How has this happened? So
That was
far?
after the book.
Blackwater.
That was an ex machina. They planned for that.
They also,
And again,
all of a sudden developed gunpowder.
I mean,
No, there's a story before that. Remember, that was always there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
All right.
They found it in the catacombs. Right?
All right, they knew it was always there. And again, you're gonna rewatch it. I know you're gonna rewatch it, and it was always there. Anyway,
They found
let's go on with. It was the actual battle when it was this complete terror, and they're all running around like that. I don't know about you, Wells. I found that very. It felt grim. Like you can feel the terror and stuff like that. There's the way they shot it. Just that first initial thing, just before the bells rang.
Oh, there's something you like about this episode.
Oh, there are things I liked in an episode.
What about you, Will?
Yeah, from a production standpoint,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
technical aspects, it looked great. It was like very well done. Like I've never had issues with the show on that aspect. I just thought for a show that was so smooth, like for 6, maybe 7 seasons of storytelling and having big payoffs, that this is like, what is this? This is
the end.
yeah, it's
Nah,
the end, but it's like
It's
it's not Game of Thrones.
So
like,
what were you expecting?
You wanted to
guess
stretch it to
that's- I
10.
guess
They
that's my
could have
biggest
stretched it to 10
question.
episodes for us.
they should have.
Okay,
They should have eliminated the first 3 episodes of the year and had that at the end of season 7, and then made episode 8 the downfall or the turn of Danny,
yeah.
instead of
better.
doing it over essentially
2 episodes,
30
or-
minutes.
yeah.
The problem is
Episode.
you didn't see it throughout the whole show. You got to just go back. Keep going though. When we get to it, we'll explain
No,
it.
like what? Where?
I'm
Like,
going to explain it when we get there.
yeah, so will I.
we're here.
We're here. I'm just talking about the battle. Like that, I thought that was very well done. You can see the now. I remember Tyrion told Dany, when you hear the 3 bells, stop the attack.
And she paused.
She paused. That actual ring of the bell took a damn long time.
Yeah.
As I rewatched it, it was a long time.
You hear the ring the bells, ring the bells, ring the bells.
It was starts sounding a little
They
bit
had
too
to
long.
surrender, and they surrendered without even Cersei's permission.
Yeah.
That's when they rang.
Oh no, I'm just talking the actual time.
Oh, no,
For the
yeah.
ring of the bell. It was very long.
Yeah. They're like, ring the bells, ring the bells. We're just like, so.
Okay, let's show this person again. Let's show this.
Yeah.
Like, you can ring the bell.
You guys
Like,
ring the bell?
Okay, so rang the
anyway.
bell, yeah.
rang the bell, but then the slaughter continued again. Again, great production. Did you like Grey Worm? This guy's out for revenge. Another part I like. I liked Grey Worm, and you could see the anger in his face because this woman was
But
obviously.
you can't see that in Dany.
This is what we're going to start talking
This is what I don't understand. You could understand
okay.
Grey Worm's.
Yeah, I
Grey Worm,
can't
but you
understand.
Dany who just lost her best friend. I don't get it.
What do you mean just lost? Oh, the guy who
And her dragon.
Girl.
And her lover.
No, yeah, but the girl that was her best friend. That was her confidant. That was the only person she was close to other than Jon.
And Grey Worm.
Hey,
to slaughter an entire city instead of killing the queen who actually told that. That's where I'm getting lost. with you
I
guys.
get it.
part-
To
the part
slaughter
at
an
the
entire
beginning of
city.
the episode at the end of the last episode, she said, "If they're not with me, they should rise up If they're not rising up, they're against me.
Because
Now, Dany, to this point, I will say this: Dany, to this point, she hasn't actually have to deal with "quote unquote" civilization. She hasn't had to deal with that. The people who follow her were pretty much all of them were slaves and unsullied
This is
for the
not-
most part.
not
This
the
is what I
Dothraki.
think we want to get into.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Danny's always been this person. If you did not, quote unquote, bend the knee,
Bend
if you
the
did
No,
not,
no, no. I agree. No.
If you no,
Yeah, go on. No, let me
if-
finish.
If
Sorry,
you
sorry,
did
stop you.
not say you were with her,
Yes.
yo, you were getting burned. That's what she's always
Never
been.
disagree with you on that case.
So why are you surprised?
No, hang on, wait. Never disagree with that, Casey. Hang on. Never disagree with that, Casey.
Yeah.
When has she burned down a city? When has she burned people who had nothing? She has said that. If you're not with me, I'll kill you. And she's proven it over and over again. Not a problem with that.
Killing a few people, right? I understand what you're saying. You're saying,
Yeah.
okay, she killed a city of slave masters.
Yeah,
right?
she killed just slave masters. She didn't go in there and kill all the slaves.
She had no
just killed
dragons
slave
at that
masters.
time.
She just killed a slave master.
No, she had dragons at that time.
Because that's a positive thing, right? And the Tullys, who did nothing to her but except not
Didn't
bending
bend the knee.
she burned them alive.
She just killed the two Tullys, not their entire.
The rest
They
of them
burned
bent the
entire
knee.
Lannister army.
The rest of them burnt the knee.
Yep. Right? This is who she's always been. Right?
Another.
And
Okay, I
take
disagree.
into consideration, I'll let you finish.
Yeah, no, go
right?
on. All right.
Once again, she was emotionally distraught. She just lost her best friend. So you take this character who's always had this side of her. Then you see she lost the person she cared about the most, and that scene where she gave the collar to Grey Worm, and Grey Worm threw it into fire.
Yeah.
That told me, oh yeah, they're burning down they're
Well,
burning that city to the ground.
Her. So when you think about it, Dany goes south of. Was it the Red Sea? It's called.
I don't remember. Go on. She goes,
Anyway.
yeah.
That's a real scene.
Yeah, and anyway, she goes south of the sea, okay, and her loyal people. She came from nothing, and she got the Dothraki and the Unsullied. Those are the people she's loyal to. North of that sea, she doesn't have loyalty. North of that sea, the Targaryens are crazy. She knows that. They know that. They follow her over there to try to take us over because she wants the Seven Kingdoms. When she goes Seven Kingdoms, she goes north, and up north, they don't even care who sits on the Iron Throne. They don't respect the throne at all, right? They have their own king. And so that's what she sees now as Westeros. They are choosing who their king is. They're choosing Jon. Jon's been through a lot. What was the guy from the king of the north of the wall? What did he say?
Yeah.
Right. So,
get your point.
he went through the whole story, and everyone loved Jon. So she knows she doesn't have love here. She knows she has to rule by fear, right? So that was told in this season. She comes back. Her dragon dies. Her lover goes away. Her best friend gets her head cut off. Right? Grey Worm says burn the city down. And what was Melisandre's last words?
Burn the shit down.
Which was the same words her father said before the Kingslayer stabbed him and killed him. Because he wanted to do the same thing. He didn't let him do that. Right? It's all imagery playing back, guys. Imagery playing back.
But tell us where we're wrong.
That was a short recap by Smythe. Jamie and the Dirty Pirate meet up.
When Wells said the character from Pirates of the Caribbean, I couldn't stop laughing.
When did this guy come in? Like season 7 or something?
He
Like-
came in.
No,
the
season
last-
2.
Yes.
No, he wasn't around in season 2.
He's the
I'm
one.
just saying, how the heck? He just, I guess he just happened to be there after being blown off a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
He just, let me disappear.
Just washed
Okay,
up.
let me just say one thing.
It was convenient.
I agree with you on that.
Okay.
Yeah. it was convenient
They
that he
couldn't
washed
kill him off
up.
that way.
And why does he hate Jamie?
He didn't hate Jamie.
Yeah, he does.
wanted Cersei. Jamie was his competition, and that's all this guy cares about: winning.
So
I'm not
right,
saying it was good.
so right away, as soon as they meet up, he's like, oh, Sir Jamie, after coming out of the water, oh, Sir Jamie. And Jamie turns to him and is like, oh, we got to get Cersei out of there. Come on, let's go. It's like, no, we're going to fight. That's basically how it went down.
That is who that character is.
Yeah.
I've never liked that character. Period. Though. Like,
I don't
One more
know.
king for you to slay.
I think the writers just wanted them to fight, and hey, let's just fight.
and I will agree with you.
Well, it makes sense that Jamie kills her other lover so they can go in the thing and die together. I get it. It was corny.
I will agree that,
But it wasn't.
That I did not like that part.
Yeah,
So I agree with you.
Euron's motivation to killing Jamie just came out of nowhere.
I feel like-
has he even met him?
frankly, I
Yeah,
think
everyone knows the Kingslayer
It
is.
would have been better if is Theon?
No, he's dead.
No, if his sister,
Yeah, I don't remember her
the
name.
one who killed him.
No, it's not. That's just too much. It's too much like, oh, this you deserve
But
this.
that's what I mean. There's actual reason
Yeah.
for that fight.
Euron
right?
deserved a better end
No, he
than
got
to die there.
Jamie got stabbed during that whole fight. Basically, almost beaten to death. Still managed to get where he got to go.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You don't know where to puncture wounds.
Yeah,
The Hound talks Arya out of revenge.
I do not see how. Okay, you guys go first because you guys first.
Well, so you go. You haven't talked a bit.
How you do not understand this? But go on. I'm gonna pour some wine.
What was the point? So I guess Arya's point of traveling from, where were they? King's Landing.
From
Winterfell.
the north.
From
down
the
to
north.
King's Landing.
Winterfell, the King's Landing.
So that's what? How long would you say of a commute that is?
Usually they say about a month or so.
It's an episode now.
Listen,
Just leave it alone.
This
Yeah.
whole show is
You asked me.
Yeah.
You asked me, so I'm telling you.
I'm sorry.
So we're traveling a month, let's say. Okay, I'll give you 3 weeks because they're really going fast. And Arya's intentions are to
Kill Cersei.
When they left, they said, we're going there to die. They both said it.
Yeah, and the Hound's intentions are to kill his brother. Okay, we all understand that was what their intentions were. They make it all the way through everything, and they're like in the middle of King's Landing, and then the Hound's like, "Hey man, just you know what? This you shouldn't do this because you're gonna turn into me.
You're right.
So let's just get out of here."
You're right. And then Arya.
And then she's like, "Okay." And
Yeah, turn
like,
them.
What episode?
Okay, go on. No, go on. Counter, Casey. Please. Counter, Casey. All right, sorry. Are you done? Yeah,
hold
perfect.
on,
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I'm done.
Please counter.
Did you miss all the buildings falling all around them? Like,
But that had to have been known.
It's like there was flowers, so
That
they were
was not
skipping.
known. They did not.
What did they think was gonna happen?
They did not know. Listen,
They think they're just gonna walk right in.
Wait.
taking over a city with soldiers and burning it to the ground
Are two
are
different worlds.
things.
Okay, so Arya left because the buildings were falling.
Yes.
Come on.
She died.
Even though that's not what the Hound told her. And that's not the reason
The
the Hound
Hound
left.
told her you will die here.
No, he didn't
said
say
you'll
that.
turn into
You'll turn
me.
into me
He
if you
also
go to
said
revenge.
that, but he
No,
also
that's
said you will die here.
what he said. And I rewatched it today. What he said is, "Get out of here. This is too dangerous. Somebody else will kill her."
Yeah,
And
no,
she-
that is not what he
That's
said.
what I
Hang on,
just said.
wait. I just rewatched. I'm telling you what he said.
No, I agree with you, but that's exactly what I'm saying.
Hang on, I'm not done. You cut me off.
I apologize. You're right. You let me talk. I apologize.
He said, "Get out of here. Somebody will kill her. The fire, some random soldier. Just get out of here." Arya then looked at him and goes, "No, I'm going to kill her. That's what I came here for." And he went. Then she was going. He grabbed her by the arm, turned her around. He's like, "No, I've been after revenge my whole life, and look what it's become to me." And then that's when she said, "Okay, you're right. Thanks. Bye."
First of all, sorry.
And again,
Are you done?
And again, this character previously has sought out revenge. I actually went to a website where it says she's killed 67 people in this show.
She killed.
Has her life ever been in that kind of danger? To me,
Yeah, man.
that is what. No.
The White
Danger
Walkers?
you can't control.
White Walkers.
Danger you can't control. You cannot control when a dragon flies above, burns a building, and it falls over on people.
So the revenge for Arya's not fine, but the revenge for the Hound is fine.
The Hound was willing to die.
She was too.
No, she wasn't.
She said it.
She would have
Saying
stayed.
it and doing it are two
All right.
different things. There hasn't been one point in this show where I saw that Arya was willing to die to kill who was on her list.
Anyway,
I what you guys are explaining to me, at least to me, and I don't know if you feel this way, was not portrayed in the show. That's not what happened.
but
in the show.
the thing is that
How?
yeah, the thing is if you watch the whole show, you understand the character. If you understand the character arc, then you understand the situation. So the person Arya likes the most in the whole world is the Hound. When they fought the dead at Winterfell, who saved her life?
when
the
did
Hound.
that happen? When did that happen?
She's traveled with him the entire
She
time.
also said she was gonna kill him.
She
Yes.
did, and she left him to die. Remember? And then she went back with him again.
So,
I'm saying that's her person. That's all I'm saying.
You guys are
They
laughing, but the person she relates most to
is
that.
the
I get
Hound.
that. I get that.
So she.
that part I get, but to say
what he said.
No. He said he liked her the entire time. He's only this
because
season.
they're similar doesn't mean that she likes
Yeah,
him.
she
respects
left him
him.
to die.
She left her family to go with him
Yeah.
back to. Anyway, that aside, well, okay, you guys, sure. when they go to King's Landing, they don't know that the building's crumbling.
They have to know.
They
that.
don't. How do you know that the place is falling down?
So they think that they were just gonna walk right in.
No,
We don't have to react. We
but
don't
you
have
don't
to
know
react.
who's winning the war.
Okay,
You
we don't
don't
have
know
to
the walls coming down. So they get in there, okay? And his key thing he said is, "Don't focus your life on revenge. Look what happened to me." She just didn't want to ride that same path. He's going up there to kill his brother or die and die.
He knew he was going to die. Regardless of what happened,
Agreed.
he knew he was going to die.
Agreed.
He didn't want that for Arya.
Even though she said it.
Arya has never shown that. I don't care if she's saying something and doing something are two different things.
Now-
she has never shown once in this entire show she was willing to sacrifice her life. Her life.
but here's-
My only beef with that is when he said that, and it's the last time I'm going to say this. When he said that, the building's coming down, you should leave. She still turned around and went.
Because she was...
Wait, she still turned around and went.
She's willing to die.
And then
he said
it was
no.
the don't fall into revenge type thing that convinced her. That's where I'm disagreeing with you guys that Arya turned around because the buildings were falling. No, he convinced her about revenge. Revenge will turn you bad. Turn around, and then she said,
But
yes.
the Hound turned her around because the buildings were falling.
No, okay, I'm not gonna.
We're just going in circles.
Okay,
I know.
okay, I'm just going to finish off. What I'm saying is, it's a combination of the two. What the Hound was saying is, this is not worth dying for. Now, if the buildings weren't falling, the Hound would have said, "Oh, giddy up, let's go."
Absolutely.
Right? Even if there were soldiers fighting in the street and everything, he would have said, "Giddy up, let's go." But the difference is that he knew everyone in that city was going to die.
Okay.
Right?
Well, okay, we'll disagree
To
with
me,
this, yeah.
that's the difference.
Okay, we'll disagree without this. Now, leading up to that part,
It's wrong.
Hound versus the Mountain.
The Clegan Bull.
This is a good part to me, anyway. The two laugh out loud moments is when the hand of the queen there,
Oh man.
the Mountain picked him up and smashes him.
Watermelon. Just.
Obey your queen and just tossed him
Oh
aside.
my God. And then he's just. I was like, oh man, that guy's just lying there.
And Cersei just skips away.
And then Cersei
Steps
just
around him. Like, ew.
yeah, this has nothing to do with me. Excuse me.
Well, you have to admit that was perfect.
Yeah.
That guy's always been a snake. Right? I thought that was a fitting end for him.
That part I like. The convenient part of that whole scene is when everything was falling down on top of them. When the whole roof came in. It just...
I thought you guys didn't like that part.
No, the convenient part was if you notice, there was a bunch of soldiers around. Everything fell, killed all the soldiers.
No,
Just-
the Hound killed a bunch of the
Yeah,
soldiers.
he did.
He killed like 2.
He killed like 4.
Kill 4.
No, I just
I thought you
rewatched.
said you just rewatched it.
I did. He killed like 2.
He just rewatched it, guys.
I did. You killed like 2 people.
It was legit 4 people. But anyway,
I
keep
think it
going.
was 4 people.
Yeah.
I will argue.
Okay.
He
I
just
get it.
rewatched it.
I just rewatched it.
I don't
What was the second part though? What's the second part that you said you liked on the
No,
Clegan
that-
Bull?
Sorry.
The second part of the Clegan Bull.
Oh, the whole fight was good. I
favorite-
don't know if you want to get into the fight. The fact that when he was fighting him, he's stabbing him. He's like, "Yo, you won't die." And
When
then
the Hound stabbed
when
him
he
in the
started-
eye?
when he started laughing. When he picked him up,
when he
no,
squeezed his
the
eyeball?
Hound was like the Mountain was picking him up and choking him, and he started laughing, literally because he's like, "What else do I got to do?"
he
Like,
squeezed his
started,
eyeball?
He started
So
laughing.
after he stabbed him in the eye and he was still going?
Yeah.
Well, what
Squeezed his
can you
eyeball
do,
out, then he
right?
stabbed it, and he went to grab the thing and pull it out of his face, and then he was like, okay.
Yeah, and he tackled him, and they both ended up.
Did you like that fight or not? I guess is my question. Because
No, the whole thing I liked. No, that part I liked. That part I liked.
I thought that was a good ending for the Hound.
I don't know
I
how
feel
you
like-
feel, Wells. You're making a face.
That's how I look, man. I don't know any other way how the Hound would have gone out. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
I respect the way the Hound.
I feel like they had to build that because everyone was so hyped for the Clegan Bull since season 1.
The whole Arya, it kind of dragged out for me and a little bit not, but I love the camera work. Arya running through the city and the destruction and whatnot.
Like-
the camera work was just excellent, man.
Yeah. All that's great. But like, how many close calls are we gonna give her? Like,
All the close
I
calls.
felt like I was playing a campaign
Yes.
of Call of Duty. Like, you know all the close calls you get when like you're doing the campaign. It's like, oh, you get all phased and like 3 or 4 times it happened. I'm like, okay, like let's go. Like, we get it. The city's falling apart. Like,
But she had to get out of there because the city is falling apart.
and then a horse shows.
I didn't
Someone
get that.
explain this one to me.
I didn't get it either.
Rewatching it, I know where the horse came from. So in the beginning of the episode, the captain of the Golden Company, he was riding that same white horse. So it didn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of people riding horses on that episode, so obviously the horse didn't come out of nowhere.
I didn't understand. I was like,
I thought it came out of nowhere.
I'm not going to say I understand the imagery in it, but I'm sure there is some.
It's pretty cliche. It's like a white horse and blah. If you notice that even a little girl running through the thing, she was holding a white horse too. The little girl that she was holding, trying to get out of there.
it's like there's a point, but it just straight over Dash's head.
What was the point of it?
I don't know.
I'm sure
I think I missed
Google
it too.
will-
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll find
yeah,
something.
I'm
You'll
sure
find
the
something
imagery is
amazing.
it, right? But I think Arya is going to be the hero of the show, right? At the end of the day,
She is a hero already. She killed the Night King.
That's a valid point. But
Jamie and Cersei dying. Still don't know if I like it or not.
I loved it. That's all I'll say on that.
Wow.
The castle falling on them. Love that part of it. I don't know.
I mean,
Well,
you didn't get that until I told you, but that's cool.
You gotta respect.
We
it.
had
You
an
gotta give him-
epic-
You gotta give him recognition.
just
on that
just
shit.
for the listeners, right? We had an epic WhatsApp brawl over this episode, so this is a lot of emotion coming out.
I would call it confrontation more so than brawl.
Yeah, no, it was a brawl.
anyway, sorry. Wallace, what do you think about that? So what do you
About what?
about that Jamie and Cersei
Dumb.
day? So want to elaborate on it?
Why, man? Because like they give closure to one of the most hated characters of the show.
You
like,
thought it was too easy for Cersei.
yeah, like why does she get to like die with who she loves? Why doesn't she get like her head watermelon to the?
I mean, her head did get watermelon.
And that's the part I hate about
No.
it. Like it was too easy for Cersei, for someone who's pretty evil in this show.
she's been through a lot, man.
She's been through.
She's been through a lot, but she's also evil. Like
She's
she's
definitely
not a
evil.
good person
No one
at
is
all.
saying she's a good person.
Yeah.
No one's saying she's not evil. I understand where you're coming from.
What else are you talking about?
All right?
Yeah.
I really, yeah. Well,
You're
I
talking about
really do understand where you wanted her to get the Joffrey death,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
you wanted
yeah,
her to get the,
and then some.
you wanted her to get the bastard death with the dogs.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, what was that guy who got his like eyes smashed out by the mountain? I wanted
Oh, that was
sort of crap.
awesome. They were the
guy
Prince in
from
season
Narcos.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I understand, but I knew that wasn't going to happen just because of the whole Jamie and Cersei
Story.
relationship story, right?
Dumb.
And
Did you know what circle back, or were you expecting it to circle back like that, or did you expect something more from Cersei? What were you expecting? What were you expecting?
I honestly didn't expect the fight to go so one-sided, right?
No, are you talking about a mountain or the
No,
battle?
the actual
battle.
the actual
Oh, okay,
battle,
excuse me,
the King's Landing
But
battle.
I thought it was actually really well done, just because you saw Cersei and she knows she lost.
And she kept on going.
But she just stood there, tried to do her best to maintain her composure, and that's who she's always been, right? And like Les said, or it's she has been through a shitty life, right? And it's what made her who she is, right? And I don't care what any of you say. All of you felt sorry for her during the Shame episode where she has to walk down the street and shit. And she was evil back then too.
And what did she do right after?
Kill that
She
guy.
got back. She got back.
kill all of
I knew
them.
exactly what she
Blew
did.
up a church at everybody.
And you know what? I could.
And you cheered. You cheered, didn't you? You cheered. You cheered.
But my point is that priest guy was
Vicious.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
he was.
And like I said, everyone felt sorry for her. That's why I say she's probably one of the best characters on the show, because
She was very
all
good.
she did when she was walking on the street, shame with the bell. It's like, oh damn, I feel bad for that girl.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her, right? Even though I know all the things he did. And then that scene where, in my opinion, the best first 7 minutes of Game of Thrones, where she blew up the church, is the best scene, in my opinion, or scenes, in Game of Thrones period.
Wasn't the little one jumped off the.
The church.
That's when there was no dialogue for 7 minutes of the episode. First 7 minutes
That was
of the episode.
was that the beginning or the end of the episode?
Beginning of the episode.
Oh, okay, I can't remember.
Right? And no dialogue, just that music playing. That incredible score playing.
What's the other kid's name? What was his name?
Oh, the Tommen who jumped off the
King Tommy. He just
Yeah.
put his
That
crown.
happened- that
He just
technically happened
he just
after,
put his
right?
crown to the side. He just hopped off.
That scene was awesome.
He just.
Right? To me, that's why I love Cersei. Right? Like, she's a evil. She will do anything to protect herself and her family. But you knew what her motivations were. Right? So that's why I didn't mind the death scene. That's just
Yeah, that's why I don't know if I like it or
Like
not.
it or
I'm still up in the air about that. for the exact same reason Wells gave, but also, the imagery of the castle falling down on
What
top.
do you want? You wanted
no.
Arya to pull out like double blades, like
Yes,
Raphael and
yes,
Ninja
yes,
Turtles?
yes, they did. That's exactly what they thought was going to
I
happen.
don't remember saying that at all, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's okay, what did you guys want?
The Lannisters, remember, Lannisters at Castle Rock were fine. They had they wanted King's Landing so bad, they did everything for it. So Jaime and Cersei, all 3 of their kids died, their father died, and they were at odds with their brother, I guess they're at odds before, for that castle. So for the castle to fall down on them at the end, because that's all they really cared about, it's good. I liked it.
Yeah, that part I liked, but yeah, same reason.
I'm-
Anyway, sorry.
What do you guys want? That's all I'm asking.
Anything else you want to touch on in this episode? Obviously, then the White Horse, Arya riding off on the White Horse at the end.
I just want to know what you guys want.
Do you guys want to guess what's going to happen in the end or no?
I don't care.
I don't care.
So you guys are really that there's a lot of people.
in my opinion, this is the worst season ever.
In a lot of people's opinions.
This is the
And a lot of people's opinion not. And I find it very similar to the end of another great show,
Boss?
Lost.
I knew you were going to
wait.
That
Did
was
you
terrible,
Did
man.
you like the last season? Casey, I'm asking you, Casey.
I didn't hate it.
Come on,
Right? I'm not going to
man.
say.
But you,
Come on, man.
But did you think it was one of their best, or you thought it was one of their worst seasons?
It has nothing to do with what I think. I look at the entire
that's the-
story, right? And to me,
fair.
the
fine.
Lost story is one of the best stories I've ever watched.
To a
on
point.
TV.
To a point.
And Game of Thrones, I put it up there with is one of the best stories I've ever seen. There was going to be no way they were going to end the show with half the people hating it and half the people liking it. It was going to happen, no matter what they did, right? No matter what they did, if they made Jon Snow the villain, half the people would hate it.
Yep.
No.
If they make Dany the villain,
No.
half the people will hit it.
No, I think
that is what's going.
I think
to happen.
you're misunderstanding our beef with the thing.
You're
It's a
saying
shortcut. It's a
you're
shortcut
saying
they're
there's
taking.
shortcuts where-
Yeah, it's a shortcut.
That's where I disagree
Yeah.
because the way I'm looking at it is you guys are. And it's your opinion, right?
Yeah.
It's fine. But
Yeah.
you guys don't see where that turn happened. I see it, right? But you don't. That's fine. We just look at it differently.
Yeah.
Right? But that's my point. Right? Is that we just look at things
Yeah, that's fine.
differently.
That's fine.
What does that mean? Whatever.
I'm just.
You have your opinion. I'm
you have your
allowed to.
I have my
Well-
opinion, right? It is what it is.
You see it. You interpret it. a
The
certain way,
writer
I see
is
it.
telling a story, and if you don't see the story that's supposed to be
Is that what
told,
he did?
yeah. Well, you think that he thought that in the last whatever she turns heel. No, you're supposed to see it from before because that's the story he wanted to tell.
The
So
amount of people who do not believe Danny would do this is staggering.
that's I'm with you on that.
So either we're the only smart people,
Wow.
or
I'll push back on you with this, and then we'll just end it like this.
no. Let me finish. I'm
sorry.
I'm just gonna say or. Right, I can see where people are thinking that way. I can understand why they think that way. I just don't agree with it, but it doesn't mean that I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong either, right? It just means
Yeah, it's your opinion. I'm not killing you.
That's all I'm saying.
The only pushback I'll give on you guys is I never heard you guys once say yes, Danny's going to be the villain at the end.
No, because I didn't know the story. I didn't predict it. That doesn't mean that
Well,
the way
you
it
guys
looked.
tell me you can see it coming. That's the
I'm
only
saying
pushback.
when I saw it, I wasn't like, oh my
Jesus,
god.
Casey.
I didn't. It wasn't out of the blue. I'll say it like that. I didn't think it was out of the blue.
Exactly. And
But-
that's
That's fine. That's
the
fine.
difference.
We'll end it like that. We'll end it like that. Because that went a little too long. So
Go Jon Snow.
47% on Rotten Tomatoes, by the way, that episode.
I think it's one of their worst rated
It is
episodes.
the worst
It's the
rated
worst rated
show.
episode.
Cares.
Cares about
Rotten Tomatoes.
He's just
Oh,
giving.
there's-
He's giving perspective. He's not saying you guys have to agree. He's
There's
giving
a bunch
perspective.
of haters going on, just like Twitter. Sorry, go on.
I don't think that's how Rotten Tomatoes
Give
works.
this guy a bottle of Chardonnay.
I'm not sure that's how Rotten Tomatoes works, but that's fine.
It is.
Okay. So the NBA draft happened yesterday.
No, the draft lottery.
Lottery, excuse me.
Yeah, sorry.
We just think we know the first 10 picks.
My fault. Well, we're just gonna go off the mock drafts. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play GM. We are gonna play GM. Since Casey is first, we'll allow him to go first. So basically, what this segment is gonna do is we're gonna each select a team, and we're gonna play GM for that team. Either we're gonna try and fix it or whatnot. You fellas want to draw some straws?
I'll draw one. I don't know why I'm drawing one, but
2.
1.
All right. So after Casey, Smythe, Wells, then me.
But I got the 1 stick.
That's a good format. Too bad you're after me. Don't worry, mine was simple. I
So
chose.
yeah, go on, Casey. Sorry.
Sorry, you wanna?
No, go on. No, I set it up enough. I interrupted you.
So I'm gonna choose the New Orleans Pelicans because they were number 1 in the draft, and because I think it's the easiest team to do. Obviously, they're gonna draft Zion. Right? Like I don't think anyone's gonna question.
Well, you're the
that.
GM. You're the GM. You're who you draft.
draft who you want.
You draft who you
Fair
want.
enough. I will draft Zion. Right?
We, the delegate. No.
I'm gonna offer Anthony Davis max. He may turn it down, or he may just think on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna see how the season rolls out.
That's it.
Season plays out. I think the team is good. I think they were missing pieces, and I think Zion may be able to fill that.
They also got
hole
hurt a
that-
lot.
that
They
was
also got
the
hurt.
team.
Yeah, they got hurt a lot too.
Right? Yeah, and they were very injured last year. Exactly. And I think if Anthony Davis, if they do something next year with that team, why would he turn that down? Why would he turn down
So
not only being on a good team, I'm
Yeah.
not saying a great team, but a good team with a lot of potential, but also turn down the $50 million extra he'll get. And
So-
I'll tell you this, New Orleans ain't trading him because they ain't giving him that extra $50 million.
well, what I heard is they don't want to deal with the Lakers at all. They're not going to. But the question I was going to ask you, as a GM, you're offering him that super max at the beginning
Yeah.
because the only team that can offer super max. What happens when February rolls around? Near trade
I'm going to
deadline.
be stubborn. I will.
You're holding out the whole year.
No, what I'm saying is, okay, you want to leave us? Then you
Leave in
the
free
$50
agency.
million. Forget free agency. You leave the $50 million on the table and go wherever the hell you want.
In free agency, yeah.
That-
So you're not trading AD. You're
I
just
am trading
because basically you've won with Zion,
I
and
want
that's it.
Zion, and I ain't giving this guy nothing. He's gonna lose $50 million. That's $50 million. This ain't no chump change. This ain't $5 million.
Players have turned it down.
$10
The
Players
problem-
have turned it down.
The problem with Max
many.
now is it's not the dollars, the
No,
extra
you're right, not
year.
many.
And Anthony Davis,
Anthony Davis ain't making no money off of shoe deals.
No.
Anthony Davis
Not
ain't
like
making
LeBron.
no money off of commercials.
I know,
Right? Anthony Davis, to turn down $50 million is a lot of money.
but he's not.
So I'm going to bank on that.
He's not
That's
turning
what I'm
on
going to
the.
bet on.
So
Alright.
Anthony Davis can sign a 2-year now for $80 million, and then sign a 5-year after. Still, he's young enough, if that makes sense. So you're not really. All you're doing really is you're saying I can handcuff you for
Anthony
5
Davis-
years for $200
What happened to
million.
Anthony Davis this year?
Yeah,
What
but
happened to him?
got hurt.
Exactly.
But-
No, you don't.
Did he get hurt or you sat down?
Yeah, he gets hurt a lot.
You don't exactly.
But are you going to
don't
pay him
make-
less than Max?
You do not make that decision if you get hurt a lot. You take the 5-year. You take the max.
I think he won't.
All right.
No, that's just my.
Some good
that's,
moves.
That's my 2 cents.
I'm pretty close with that with the Pelicans as far as you're. You're up next, Smythe.
I got the Memphis Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
First of all, a lot of rep you done with this team. See, that
That was what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to.
Anyway, NBA draft happens June 26th. You're
There's
gonna
so
take.
many notes on it. Too.
That's what you worked on it. I'll give you a chance to say yours at the end. Anyway, go on.
No, just do the same thing. Anyway,
on.
so first thing you're gonna do, draft. You take the best available player. The best available player is John Morant. Are we all agreed here at number 2?
You can argue it, but you as Memphis Grizzlies are.
Yeah,
They already said
drafting
they're gonna
him.
take him.
Yeah.
I think he's Russell Westbrook light from day one. Anyway, now you.
Sounds like someone else said that first, but
Yeah, you did. I'll be honest. I don't think I even knew about John Morant until you brought him up. You said how great he was. I heard that he was okay. I didn't hear he was doing double doubles
Do
in
you just want to
NCAA.
take his notes?
Yeah, basically. Can you just turn your computer around quick? Okay. Second, you got to find a trade partner for Mike Conley. It's time now, but it's hard to move this guy's salary. Okay,
He's making like $30 million, isn't he?
right?
No.
$30 million.
And I tried to move him because it's very hard.
Now, you have to find a team that needs stars and doesn't get what they think they're going to get in free agency. Guess the one team that you think is the perfect fit for this.
Go on. You're the
Los
GM.
Angeles Lakers are the perfect fit for this trade. If they don't land the Anthony Davis and they need stars to sit around LeBron James, you can go and get Mike Conley. Mike Conley's a certified all-star, and the last time James won, he had a dominant point
How would you
guard.
make that trade under salary cap rules?
Is he in the All-Star game once?
they have cap space.
No, but
The Lakers have max
to
cap.
make the trade,
You
So-
basically have to trade your entire
you have to
all those
trade
guys. All those
the
guys.
equal amount of dollars.
Yeah, so the
So
Lakers.
who's in the trade?
The Lakers have zero cap, so
Who's in the trade?
they have a lot of cap space.
But that answer Will's question.
I'm just telling. I'm giving you guys the reason why this
in the
makes
GM.
sense.
Who's in the
The
trade?
Lakers have so much cap space that they're going to pick up players that they're going to be able to move, in this case, throughout the season, okay?
Just up,
So,
yeah.
no, listen. My pieces start with Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram, because if you're not using them anyways,
Both on rookie contracts.
both rookie contracts. No, that's $16 million. You got to find $14 million. You have your trade exceptions and different things you can do to make this trade work. You could do that. Or you can go to Philadelphia with Harris and Butler, who are going to be on either sign and trades or anything else. They need a point guard because Ben Simmons clearly cannot play point guard deep into the playoffs. Why? Can't shoot a jump shot. You want to make the Philadelphia 76ers better immediately. If you end up signing Harris and Butler, trade one or both of those pieces, bring in a star point guard. Those are the first places I'm going. You got to trade him anyway. You can look any other places for him, but that's where I'm starting.
I have a question about Ben Simmons when you're done.
Okay. Step 3, opt out on Avery Bradley. It's $12 million. That's great. He gets hurt too much. He can't help a rebuilding team. Doesn't matter. JV's got a $17 million capex or an option for this year. He's probably going to take it. If he takes it, great. If he doesn't take it, you got to find him big in free agency. Free agency starts. You need some guys that aren't going to cost you a lot of money. Nerlens Noel. I think that guy's a serviceable player, and I think he's super cheap. I think you go get him. Both Morris twins are off contract. They probably want to play together. I bring both of them in, and you have enough cap space to go for one big player. I'm talking Al Horford, Jimmy Butler, Harris, Chris Middleton's another great option. You can go, you can give him money. Someone's got to do it. You can throw your name
I
in
missed
there.
this. Did you say you're keeping the pick at Memphis? You're keeping your pick?
Yeah, John Morant. You're
Taking
building your
John
team around
Morant.
John Morant.
Okay, go on. Keep going.
That's it. Done.
You definitely have to get like 3 or 4 different teams in that trade.
What trade?
To trade Conley to the Lakers? You definitely have to get like 3 teams. It doesn't even work.
Well, what he's saying is that you sign a bunch of players and then trade them off.
Trade. No, you have exceptions. You have different things you can do to make the trades work, right? It doesn't have to be dollar for dollar.
I just pulled up the NBA trade machine.
I think that would be difficult. But
I pulled up in a NBA trade machine. I basically put the entire Lakers roster, and it still doesn't work.
Yeah, because they have no one under salary next year. Lakers signed 2 max contracts, right?
Rockies on there.
Yeah.
So, just a quick question before I think it's Wells' turn next.
Yes, it is.
Ben Simmons. Wouldn't you argue this is really his only second year,
Yeah, he's young.
right?
Technically.
Couldn't he develop a jump shot?
He could, but it's been 3 years. He hasn't developed a jump shot.
Once again, this is his second year.
Third.
Third year.
It's his third year. It's his
This is
third
his
year.
second year playing.
I get it. He can't shoot a 10-foot jump shot.
Hang on.
Okay, but
it's not. No, wait. It's not that he can't. It's just he won't in a game.
Okay.
Well, that's the same thing.
Yeah. No, he can shoot jump shots.
So maybe
yeah.
he may miraculously develop a shot. Remember when DeRozan developed a miraculous 3-point shot? How long did that last?
Well,
This
DeRozan
guy
still
can't shoot.
doesn't have a three-point shot.
Thank you. He can't shoot a 10-footer.
But what I'm saying is that this is the first year he really got exposed. This is the first year where he was actually detrimental to his team.
to the Sixers.
So you
The
think that
Sixers,
he's
yeah.
going to now go back and develop a jump
I
shot?
think he'll try.
Okay.
I don't think they're waiting a year to see if he can. We've seen players do it. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think Ben Simmons needs a jump shot to be successful in the
He needs a
NBA.
jump
But
shot.
does Giannis have a jump shot? I think he needs a jump shot on the Sixers. He needs to have a jump shot.
So shoot the ball
That's fair.
from
That's
2
fair.
and 3. Ben Simmons won't even shoot the
Well,
ball.
it's your turn.
Sorry.
Well, you're up.
First off, Mike Conley's never been an all-star.
Never.
So,
But that's
Hey, All-Star money?
yeah, well, yeah, he's making all-star money. I don't know who to take, guys. I was going to take Memphis because I had this, like...
Just do your Memphis.
Knicks and Lakers, man. Those are two juicy ones.
Just do your Memphis. Don't, you've already prepared for
Lakers.
this.
Lakers are trash.
Is your
man.
Memphis different from mine, or is it...
Very different.
Well, then go ahead.
No, that's not how this game works.
That's not that.
At the end, I'll tell you what you should have done. I'll go the easy one here. I'll take the Knicks. Okay, we're gonna take RJ Barrett, 3rd pick overall. We're happy about it because you know what? Another year he may have been the 1st pick. He seems like the most complete player in this draft. Zion, I think, is gonna Greg Oden himself out of this.
Really?
league. Oh yeah, he's. You know what? He is a big dude who bullies college players. When he gets to NBA,
He won't get that bully. But
he's gonna have a rude awakening.
Remember, he's bigger than LeBron James, but keep going.
Still,
No, he's
is he
not.
as athletic as
He's
LeBron
6'6".
James?
he's
You think so?
6'6".
Is he as smart as LeBron James?
Hey, wait. He's
No.
6'6". LeBron James is 6'8".
He's 285 pounds. Who cares?
He weighs more than LeBron James. He's not bigger than LeBron
He's
James.
bigger than
You could argue
LeBron.
this.
Anyway.
Whatever.
Anyways, I just want to see him try and bully DeAndre Jordan around.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But
Come on, you choose one of the biggest guys in there.
Yeah.
look, we would have liked to
that's-
take John Moran with the third pick, but we're happy with R.J. Barrett. He's probably the most complete player in the draft. He needs to work on his shot a bit, but we're all right with that. And we're all right with all the free agency cap space we have now because we're going to sign anyone that starts with the letter K. So Kevin Kyrie Irving,
Chris Middleton.
Klay Thompson,
Woo, that's
Chris
another one.
Middleton.
It's gonna be a great time in New York.
We all want you to come here. You know what? We're going to sign a couple complimentary pieces too. A guy like Terrence Ross, maybe a little reclamation project.
Well, everyone's just going to the Knicks, eh?
Yeah. No, I'm saying, we want to bring guys in like that. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
GM of the Knicks. Can I ask you a question? Who was the last big name free agent that you guys
Apparently that's
signed?
going to change now. Apparently that's changing
John
now.
Starks.
I wouldn't
Amari
say Amari
Stoudemire.
Stoudemire.
Apparently that's
Yeah.
all going to change now, Casey. So
I'm just wondering why all of a sudden is that going to change?
Because, man, we play at Madison Square Garden. We have Spike Lee. We have James Dolan, our owner, a great guy. He gave me this job.
Here's
All
what
right.
I've heard. I heard the All Black front office is turning heads, and I talked about that before.
I don't even know what that means.
What do you mean? No, I'm saying okay. Well, you know what?
Black front office.
Wait till
Okay, what
yeah.
have they done? What have they done so far?
Like the New Zealand All Blacks?
Yeah, the New
Yeah.
Zealand All Blacks, like New Zealand All Blacks. No,
What
but
have
they're
they-
saying,
what have they done?
well,
What
they're
have they
saying they turn a lot of good players. Like Kevin Durant moved his office to New York City because he
That has
wants
nothing to do with Knicks. What have
Kevin
they done?
Durant moved his office
to New York City.
He has an office.
Yes, his whatever office he has.
Melo has an office too. Melo has an entire floor
Hey,
of a
he,
building in New York too.
he was on.
That's not- I'm not even making that
he
up.
played
He
for
actually
Knicks.
does.
All I'm saying is that there is a serious buzz about players
And
going
again,
there.
I've asked you again. What have they done except trade away Kristaps Porzingis?
So far,
What have they done? Yes.
yeah,
What have
well,
they done?
if July 1st they sign those two players, then you can't say any of that.
So they haven't done anything.
Not yet.
As soon as they okay.
Well, it's buzz. At this point, it's all buzz, right? But I'm just saying what I've heard.
Magic Johnson was buzzed too.
Hey, well, that turned out.
All right.
He's living his better life. Just have you seen his
Tweeting.
Twitter hits?
Yes, oh man, it's fantastic.
What fantastic insight!
That guy sucks.
Look out, man. You guys gotta give me some insight. Well, what does that mean?
Just go to. He'll show you some Twitters. Yeah. He'll show you some of your Twitters.
I'll bring up his Twitter account. And I'll read them out. after. Let me guess.
Well, you guys only left me with the Lakers now.
I was gonna take Atlanta, but
Atlanta's pretty much going to stay pat, pretty much for the most part. Atlanta's they have 2 picks.
They have
in
two
the top,
picks in the
yeah,
top 10.
They're
top
8
10.
and 10.
So they're going to draft players. Like that's just a no-brainer. Lakers. You can try and trade up to get the 3rd pick. Try and finagle away so you can try and get AD because definitely the Pelicans are not trading for the 4th pick. There no way in hell they're going to trade for that. You can maybe try to finagle the 4th pick, try to get it to the Knicks. Because if Kyrie Irving and KD are coming there, they won't want picks.
Finagle.
Finagle.
The fact that you used it twice.
You can try and maybe, get the 3rd pick because
Say it
of.
again one more time.
Yeah. So, finagle? Am I saying it wrong?
no.
No.
Oh, okay.
You've made up a word, basically. Yeah, you made it up.
No, finagle
that's a real word.
That's a real word.
Real world, man. It's just-
I just used it. I don't know why I keep getting hated on for my use of the English language. Sorry, I really lost my point. Anyway, so you can try to, trade.
You say try, but what are you doing?
I'm just giving you some scenarios, but what I'm going to do
There we
is trade the 4th pick to the Thunder for Westbrook.
So you're gonna finagle?
Listen to
Hold on a second.
this magic. Continue.
Hold on a second.
Just straight up,
Continue.
You probably have to throw some pieces.
like some good players.
Is it Westbrook?
This guy poo-pooed on me for my trade, and this guy said he's going to trade the 4th pick,
Not that good.
and it's $0 on the cap again for Russell Westbrook, making the most money arguably in the NBA. But anyway, keep going. Finish. I can't believe this guy criticized me. I put it in the trade mixture and it doesn't work. I'm going to trade the 4th pick for Russell Westbrook.
But I think it's going to take a lot more than the 4th pick, like next year's first.
You got to trade
Guys,
LeBron
guys,
James,
guys,
Lonzo
guys.
Ball, Brandon
He's
Ingram,
gonna finagle.
Kyle Kuzma.
hustler.
Anyway, keep going.
I'm just waiting for you guys to finish.
I want to know what this package is.
I'm gonna wait for. I don't. How much is the pick worth? I don't even know.
I don't know, like $6 million.
6.
4th pick? Yo, it's
Yeah.
Jeez.
Maybe to make this work, let's make that pick worth $25 million and
But,
see if you can make it work.
You're gonna have to-
I'm wondering that would not be enough to get Russell Westbrook.
Now, the only reason you'd have to get a second team involved, obviously, because Lakers don't have
No, I'm
anything.
saying like if the Lakers just giving up the fourth pick, they think they're gonna get Russell Westbrook. That's crazy.
Now, the only reason I would say the Thunder won't do this. They will not. They should. The only reason I'm saying this is, how good do you think Russell Westbrook is, and how good do you think he's gonna get? He's probably on decline right now. They gave him
my
this.
opinion on that, man.
They gave him the supermax. $35 million, $38 million, $48 million. The last year of that $48 million is a player contract, and my sources tell me that he is going to opt in for that one. He's definitely taking that.
It's 40 mil payday.
40. He's definitely taking that 40 million.
Your sources
Yeah,
didn't tell you that?
they just texted me right now.
okay.
And
They were like, you know
told
what?
me he's going to opt in.
He
for
will
that
opt in 2021.
He's opting in for that 40. I would think the Thunder, in my opinion, should get out from under that contract of Westbrook. They're not going to, because they're going to start saying, hey, we're, no, he's loyal to us. We're going to write us out, blah, blah, blah. The fourth pick in the NBA draft is a good get a jail free card for them. And that's the reason I would say it. Now, will the Lakers do it? 100%. Is it good for them? Probably not.
Is it possible? That's more important.
You'd have to get a third team involved.
I don't care if you get 5 teams involved. Is that possible?
Yeah, 30
Imagine,
A $6 million contract.
know.
imagine
It's
OKC, the like outrage if they traded
Oh, they'd be mad.
Westbrook. The fourth, who'd you take the fourth pick?
I don't know who that player is.
Oh
no.
I got the mock draft.
Who's
I got
the
mock
guy in
draft up here.
Virginia?
Culver
I take him.
or DeAndre Hunter.
I take Culver.
Or Cam Reddish.
No, Reddish is gonna go like 8 or 9.
I think Cam Reddish is going straight to Atlanta.
Yeah, I think he's one of their top 10 picks.
I think always straight.
And-
You know, he's I think he's gonna be a clutch guy
I think it'd be great.
because there was a dinner that they had, him and LeBron had a while back, and apparently they're friends. So I think he's gonna be a clutch guy. So he might end up in the Lakers. So don't be surprised with
Sign up
that.
the fourth pick.
So
That's a reach.
Do you know what team has the highest cap in the NBA this last year?
Miami.
crazy?
So give me your Grizzlies, Wells.
Yeah,
you
give me
got
one.
you got one for the Grizzlies.
I'm gonna say trade Conley to Phoenix for.
I was trying to figure that out. Hey,
Yeah.
one.
Why? They have lots of cap space.
They're young. Why are they taking the old dirt point for $30 million?
Because
Oh,
if it-
hold on. So Conley was a perennial All-Star. Now he's third.
Yeah, but he's to sit with LeBron James and win today. That would make sense.
No, that-
I would
trade him to
look
a
who's on
super
Phoenix.
young
You got,
team.
what,
No,
you
that
got
actually
Devin
makes sense for Phoenix.
Booker. You
No, it
got
doesn't make sense.
DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
Okay, you got a couple pieces.
Devin Booker's been in the league, what, 3 years now? 2
Yeah,
years?
3-year player.
No, they want
a
to get.
second-year player and bring in a 10-year player. That doesn't come
They
on,
don't. They
guys.
don't. Do they have a?
Why? Who's like? So Conley's gonna go to the Lakers and what? Like
And
that
lose.
was the secret.
But it was just like that's the one thing
anyway,
the Lakers
so
can do.
I
Phoenix
was
has a-
saying
Phoenix has a sixth pick, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, Phoenix has a 6 picks. Go on. Sorry, you were gonna explain that. Go on.
No, I
sorry.
just say trade Conley to Phoenix, free up space, and then you have a little cap room. You get something like a Middleton or a Harrison Barnes. You still got a player option on JV. Jaren Jackson is your rookie you took last year, who you're going to build around with Morant, and maybe you get someone like I don't know. I said Milton and Barnes, and then you also have Avery Bradley as well.
If you're Memphis, would it make sense to trade down?
No, man.
No?
Morant is
Keep Morant? Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm just trying to think if you can get more in a draft.
No.
like what?
I don't know. I don't know.
There you go.
I was just running it through my head.
Those top
Trade
three,
down.
those top 3 picks could be a number
Or
one.
money. Yeah, those are money picks.
No, that actually makes sense for the Phoenix Suns because they don't have a point guard.
What are
and they're trying to
What?
win.
They have no
they're trying to
guard.
win.
What are you looking at?
They're not drafting. They're not. They're trying to win now because they
just
have
said
players on their team. They just drafted. How many guys? They just,
This is hilarious. Who are they trading? What players are available to trade to make this work?
do you have a list there? Of their,
I don't know if the players on rookies.
Yeah.
a lot of them are low
Josh
contracts.
Jackson,
they just have
DeAndre
rookie
Ayton.
Contracts. Yeah.
Same situation as the Lakers, guys. A lot of cap space.
They have more.
No one's
I
going-
just
no one's
don't.
going to Phoenix.
You know what? I'm done.
Well, you have to be traded there. That's what you're saying. That's what
I just like how 1 minute Conley's an all-star, then he's old man trash.
No. But he's going to a win now team. Phoenix is not in win now situation.
you wouldn't have a choice. That's Will's point.
Yeah, of course not. But I'm saying, like, if you're Phoenix, you're not taking that contract on for anything.
I think Conley The Raptors
He's
are
only
gonna,
got 2 more years.
yeah, the Raptors are definitely going to try for Conley.
Come on, they have Lowry.
No, they want to get rid of him. How? I don't know.
They already tried this year.
Yeah, they tried.
Yeah, they thought they could make it happen.
Which makes you think that's why it's going to go down. Like, the groundwork has already been laid. So I think... But I can't think what Memphis would want, because they're obviously restarting now, right?
And the Raptors have no picks to give them.
Lowry's coming off the books.
Yeah.
Actually, it matches up, though, right? They can
They
just
could-
outright trade. Yeah, they can outright trade for
numbers
him.
would have matched, but whatever.
You have thrown a few pieces.
Memphis
Yeah, but
did
yeah.
not want Lowry.
Memphis, East Coast Memphis.
Yeah, do you want to trade that guy?
Pretty much.
You're basically trading a spade for.
You can get Tayshaun Prince
Hart.
next.
So that was that segment. NBA Conference Finals. We are here. So, since already, 2 games have already gone past, we'll just basically make our picks, or I'll say our picks. And then we'll go from there. So, Smythe, you have Raptors in 7, Golden State in 5.
Yep.
Wells, you have Bucks in 5, Blazers in 6. I have Raps in 6, not 7, I don't know why I write that. Raps in 6, Golden State in 5. Casey, who do you got?
Golden State in 6.
Golden State in 6.
Bucks in 6. And that's one.
You know what's hilarious about this? I automatically wrote that Raptors.
The Bucks are a better team.
Bucks in 6, you
Bucks
said?
in 6. Bucks are a better team.
Now,
So?
going in, did you have that same pick?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I-
Fair enough, yeah.
I pretty sure on the last podcast I was on, I thought the Bucks would.
That's what you get.
I thought the
get.
Bucks were the.
I don't know whether that pen exploding or Nash's reaction.
I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. But yeah, I do believe the Bucks are the best team in the East.
There's only 2 to choose from.
Yeah.
So.
No, even before the playoffs started, I thought the Bucks were gonna represent the East in the finals. I want the Raptors to get there. I hope they do. Don't get me wrong, but I just
We all hope they do.
overall, the Bucks have a better team. They have actual bench who wants to score the ball. You know,
That wants to score the ball.
and
I mean, Ibaka's playing well.
yeah, but Norman Powell ain't, right? And who else?
He gave us 6 points.
Literally, we have 7 people playing.
Yep. Well, that's how deep our team is.
Right? Fred VanVleet, I don't know what happened to that dude.
He's on the court too much.
He
In my
played well
opinion.
last game. Well, we're getting to he played well last game. He played defense. No, you're looking at the box score and the score and the points. He actually played well defensively.
I
And he was moving-
watched the
him and
game. He's
him and Kyle
virtually
Lowry.
useless on defense, but keep going.
I don't think that. I think he had like 2 steals. I think.
So
Okay, either which way,
I guess that doesn't count for defense.
I
But
should
anyway,
mention the Bucks and
yeah,
six.
that's fine. Now watching last
Go
game.
Raptors go.
Yeah, watching last game. What do you guys think about that?
They got tired.
You think the Raptors got tired?
and they will get tired every game. Kyle Lowry played the best playoff game he's actually ever played, and they did not win this game.
The Raps should have beat Philadelphia in Game 6. They were serious. They would have beat Philadelphia in Game 6, so they would have had equalish amount of rest, but they decided to mess around, right? And
I don't know if I'd call it
go to
messing
a
around.
Game 7. They got blown out.
Yeah,
I
would've-
only lost
yeah.
by 11, but let's be real. They got blown out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
that game
go
was
on.
done pretty
Right?
early.
So they decided not to play seriously, and they lost Game 1 of this series because of that.
Now,
Interesting.
I'm going to go a completely different way. Because 3 days rest is enough time, and they punched Milwaukee in the face to start this game
Yeah.
because they were
They had 3 quarters. They were the better
because they
team.
were battle tested. What I
Three
think
quarters, they were
happened
the better team.
is the Milwaukee Bucks are 10, 11 guys deep in players that produce. And the Raptors don't have that. So it doesn't matter what game of the series we're in, Kawhi Leonard, Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, Marc Gasol, Siakam can't play 40 minutes a night of high-intensity
so they got
ball.
tired.
They're going to get tired every game. So not because of the rest between the series, just every game, because you can't sit them down for 5 minutes at a time. They're going to be tired every game and
It
lose.
is because of the rest between the series, because they're only playing 7 players.
Yeah.
That's my point, right? Like, that's part of it. Since they're playing such a lean I'll let Nash speak in a sec.
I already know what he's gonna say.
I want to hear it.
I already
Playing
say.
with such a lean, like only 7 people,
Yeah, they're retired.
right? They're gonna get tired, and having to play 7 games against Philly and a game down to the wire, that doesn't help. Sorry, Nash, you're gonna.
He's gonna say that I picked the Raps in 7.
I was very confused.
But I was saying how the reason why they're
But then he
gonna.
just went on to say they have no chance. Excuse
I
me.
didn't say no chance. I said they're tired, and they're gonna be tired all series.
And you said they get beat every game.
Yo,
that
man,
way.
I want my team to win, man.
Okay, continue. Wells.
What do you want me to say?
I don't
Basketball.
know. What's your
Anything?
analyst?
Nothing, man. Game 1 went as expected. The result was as
Oh,
expected.
I was about to challenge you on that.
Yeah. It's just, typical first game by the Raptors. They can't finish. Like, it's just...
And you had the stats.
If it's not one thing, it's another thing, right?
What, 3-17 in first games? I believe
They're
you
now
were saying.
3-15.
3-15 in the first
ones.
game ones.
No, they shot their shot and they didn't. They
They
lost.
started really well.
They started, they
They
were
shot-
up the whole
yeah,
game
they
until
shot
the
their-
fourth.
and
And
they
they just
halfway
blew
through
it.
the fourth.
And there was a stat going up. It was like someone other than Lowry or Kawhi was 1 for 17 in like the fourth quarter or something. Like, just...
Now, can we make the argument that Marc Gasol isn't tailor-made for this series?
He's perfectly made for a series.
yeah, he was pretty good defensively. I think that's why they brought him in.
Brooke Lopez knocking down wide open threes and Marc Gasol jumping out every single time they get out there.
So the game plan on both teams is to let the center shoot. That's the game plan on both teams. If you see Gasol, which is kind of a beef that I've always had with Gasol, and the same thing that happens in Memphis, they wanted him to score more. But if he played on Golden State, he'd be in heaven because he loves to play make, loves it.
Yeah.
He loves ball movement. He loves people looking around because if you see when he gets the ball, he's always looking for that guy to pass to.
Yeah. Did a lot of
Sometimes he
passing.
has a lot of open shots, which he's probably just picking more, whatever. But the game plan for both teams was let the center shoot.
But when you
Brooke-
see, like,
Brooke Lopez dropped
30.
he only had 4
was
threes.
29 or
20.
30, whatever. You're
Yeah.
whatever. It doesn't matter. 30 points.
Enough.
Enough.
Well, he shot 4 of 11 from 3. Okay?
Averaging 5 points throughout the season.
Yeah.
8
What?
points.
No, he averaged more than that.
He averaged 5 points in the season, 8 points in the playoffs.
I'm going to look it up and tell
I'm
you.
already
Yeah.
there.
What I'm saying, though, is that Brooke Lopez, look at his offensive rebounding.
12.5 points in the
In
season.
the
So the 5 is there.
sorry,
regular season.
in the regular season. And what's the playoffs? Yeah, the playoffs.
No, I'm not looking.
Okay.
at it.
That
So
was his number I heard. Anyway, sorry.
Brooke Lopez shot 4 of 11 from 3. So he wasn't
dead.
deadly from 3. He took 11 of them.
That's fine. You can continue.
But then Lopez inside in the paint, grabbing offensive rebounds and putting them back, are what killed the Raptors. And that's what Marc Gasol is supposed to stop. So all I'm saying is maybe he's running on the court too much. And he's old. So there's that.
Anyway, sorry. I was going to finish my point is you guys, all of you guys basically just mentioned that, yes, the Raptors played well for 3 quarters.
Yep.
For the most part. It was really 2.5 because they started coming back in the third quarter. Sorry. And Brooke Lopez dropped 30.
Which ain't gonna happen again.
Which is not going to happen again.
That's like DJ Augustin.
Now,
I was
also,
gonna say, yeah, like-
also, Middleton, he didn't. What did he score? I don't know if you have 11. That's not going to
The
happen.
Raptors played a good game.
But that's my point, though.
Mhm.
If Brooke Lopez didn't drop 30, Raptors win.
yeah,
The
the
Raptors
Raptors
played
game's
a
over.
good game. But at the end of the day, I think when you could only go 7 deep, it hurt you.
But they almost beat them with the 17.
Yeah, but
Yes,
they
but
can't go any
they
deeper
had
than
one,
7.
No, it's game 1.
8 guys played.
That's for family. That's it.
And I was sitting in a room the other day, and everyone was like, "Oh, the Bucks are going to slap them."
But
I was
it's
like,
like-
"They're it's going to be a lot."
I
No,
don't-
you never said that. I'm saying it's going to be closer than you guys think it is. That's
I don't like this narrative of only having 7 guys is like a detriment because last year they tried to do the bench mob and that didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't
so
work
like
either.
which way do you guys want it?
Not
I don't
so
think
much
I don't think
playing
7 guys
guys,
is a detriment.
just guys producing.
That's mainly what I'm going for, right? Like Van Vliet, who's a better player than he's playing right now. I don't know what's wrong with him, but
Big stage, man.
But you know what? Want to hear
Yeah,
something? Here's something funny. Milwaukee's bench, only 2 players scored. Brogdon at 15, Ilyasova
They
at
didn't play a
7.
good game. They did not play a good game.
How
It was only the fourth quarter.
Brogdon had the highest plus minus.
either which way, I think it'll be a good series.
How far?
Like
Yeah,
I
and you
said,
think it's going to go?
I think I'm going 6. This is a
6.
good series, right? I do.
5.
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think you're going to see any blowouts, but
No, not with the
they're
Raptors
two
defense.
very evenly Well, the Raptors got blown up twice by the Philadelphia 76ers.
So
Right? So,
Well, that was the only time they scored 100 points in that blowout. The
blown out
76ers.
twice. If it was up once, I'd say okay, but they got blown out twice. Well, we'll see. Like I said, I'll be cheering for the Raptors all the way. I'll be upset if they lose in 6. I'll be upset if they lose in 5. Right? I'll
If
be
it go-
happy as hell if they win.
If it goes to 7, Raptors will lose. It has to go into 6.
wow.
I think
They have. I think they can steal this one. I think what we saw was. I think they are better, especially defensive. And I keep hammering this the entire playoffs. Defensively, they are the best defensive team left in the playoffs.
Yes.
By a lot.
Yes.
Now,
Based on numbers, they're third, no?
wasn't finish my point again, but
Well, you made a point, but your point based on the actual teams is technically wrong, no? Like Golden State's a better defensive team than the Raptors this season.
No.
So is Milwaukee.
Milwaukee's considered a better defensive team.
during this regular season,
But during the playoffs, I think the Raptors.
Raptors by
Yeah,
far.
because the Sixers can't score.
That could be a reason.
I don't think they're going to score. They scored against the Nets pretty fine, but I can't remember my point.
Yeah, let's go on to Portland Golden State.
Currently, Blazers are up on Golden State right now.
Nope. Sir.
Blazers. Nope. I'm caught up. Okay. that was the last word I saw. Blazers were up on Golden State last time I looked at it.
Oh, no, they are.
They're up 3.
Yeah.
Oh, they are? Okay.
It's gone back and forth. The Blazers were up by 15.5, but that doesn't matter. People listening right now, it doesn't matter to them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You guys will see the result by the time you hear this. Anyone want to start off on this series? What do you guys think about this?
Isn't this fun, guys?
Selfishly, I really want KD to leave this team.
It's a close game.
Yeah, just so I can see
I can see this over and over again.
this Golden State Warriors. I like this Golden State Warriors team. It's funny, a couple years ago I hated them. Anything you guys want to talk about this series?
This is
Mike?
great. Free flowing, guards jacking up shots, basketball.
You're talking about from Golden State?
Both teams, right? CJ and Dame on the other side. I like seeing them on this stage, but it's just, I don't know.
Seeing the ball moving in Golden State is nice. It's
Yeah.
good seeing not the ball get stuck with.
KD sometimes. They tend to KD take us home.
Just certain guys on Portland that have always been like, oh man, it's nice to see those guys get on the big stage. It's nice to see Evan Turner on the big stage. It's nice to see Rodney Hood with the comeback. Steph Curry against his brother, that's cool too. Like, I don't know. I've enjoyed the first game. I will hopefully enjoy watching this one over again. I'm not as invested in this series, if that makes sense.
Why not?
Because like my team's not playing, so like I don't really care who wins. I just like seeing good games and close games. I want the Raptors to win every game by 45, right?
So in this series, so obviously no KD. I don't think I don't know, because a lot of people are now speculating that it's not a calf strain. It's worse than that.
It's not what?
It's not because what the Warriors said is calf strain, and now people are speculating that it's worse than that. I don't know. Who knows? So, something wrong with your neck? What, Smith? Something wrong with your neck?
I'm just breaking it, looking at you over there.
Well, it's not true yet. It's not true yet.
Well, yeah,
But,
it's not true till they say it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get. And again, we can't watch this game, so that's why I'm kind of like hesitant to say what I want to say. You're gonna have to get a lot of help from the Portland Wings since KD isn't there. Cantor, he's not scared of anybody.
No.
Now, I don't know if it was luck or by design that Steph Curry didn't score anything in the first half. And then dropped, what was it, 30? 31 by the end.
That's game 7.
So I don't know if it was luck or by design.
Game 6 on Houston.
That was game 6 in Houston, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. Sorry. Oh, man.
We're talking about, he's destroying Portland. And
yeah, he was destroying Portland. Sorry. I don't
He
know.
always destroys Portland.
Yeah.
If you watch the game, these guys are coming over screens, and so say Draymond's setting a screen, the guy guarding Draymond is standing inside the key almost. So Steph's walking up to the 3-point line and shooting layups. He had 8 threes in the first game. What's he at now? 20?
Are we disturbing you guys? Are we disturbing you guys?
I don't want to interrupt you while you're making your point again.
Like, is this game only close because Steph Curry's only hit 4 of 11 of his threes in this game? All I'm saying is he's basically shooting wide open threes, lobbing at the net. I don't understand what these guys are doing. I'm hoping today they're just switching on everything. Because it doesn't matter who guards the three-point shooter if he's going to lob it up from 30 feet out.
It's because Portland's going to win.
You think Portland's going to win the series?
Yeah, in 6.
He
did pick that. He did call that. Kevin Durant comes back on one leg.
He won't play until... He won't play the series.
I don't think
he's not even traveling.
Yeah, he's not traveling.
Is he in his office in New York?
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, probably.
I said before that people saw his injury and they thought it was an Achilles tear.
Here we go.
That's what I saw.
Going back to it.
And then
you and Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, now they're saying it's like a calf tear. So he's done for the playoffs.
They're not saying that. That's what people are speculating.
Yeah, speculating. So now they're saying he's done for the playoffs for sure.
No,
but they're not going to.
They didn't say that.
Again,
they didn't say
I'm
that.
saying all of the speculation is that he. So they said they're reevaluating him on
internet.
Thursday. Yeah. You know what? Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, so they're saying they're going to reevaluate him on Thursday, and then Thursday they're just going to go couple games by couple games. But they said he's not going to play for the rest of the season.
Who said that?
The internet.
The internet.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to ride this.
You see some doctors doctors, quote unquote, who saw the injury on TV and made a diagnosis.
You're just sitting there. Did that just I know what that is. That's an Achilles injury. I know it. Even though these doctors on the Golden State Warriors, I guess is that a knee or is that a what is that? Is that an elbow?
I hope he's not injured that badly.
No,
I do
because I like Kevin Durant. I don't like him that much, but
he's a ring chaser, front runner.
I agree with that.
Burner account.
You know what I love? I love if these guys were actual athletes that made millions of dollars. And you
they would make burner accounts?
No, I'm saying you can live in Oklahoma or you can go live in California. Where would you pick to live? I'm going to Cali. If I was a free agent, homeless guy off the bench, I'm picking up the go. Yeah.
Question: Isn't Oklahoma in Cali?
No.
Come on, bro. Stop that. You'll stop.
California?
It's actually in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Like, stop that, man. Oklahoma City's in Oklahoma. All I'm saying is that
It's literally.
You know what?
Oakland?
I was thinking Oakland.
all I'm saying is you can go to a great place to live.
I gotta stop using finagle.
Right? You can go live on the West Coast. You go to the coast.
What's wrong with OKC? You ever been to OKC?
I have not been to OKC,
So what
but
do you
I
think?
know it's not California.
How do you know?
I know it's not
Wait,
California.
have you been to California?
Yeah, I've been to California. I haven't been for a very long time. I've been to California.
And?
It's better than Oklahoma.
How?
That's what I've heard.
Oh, from where?
The internet.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
Look, if you'd rather be in a warm climate, sunny all the time, I get it, right? Like, but
Why'd you pick Oklahoma? Oh, because he came from Thunder.
Wow.
I mean,
Plus, he's going to win a championship every year.
Kevin Durant didn't go there because it was a warmer climate. Kevin Durant went there because
he gonna win.
Yeah.
well said.
He's a ring chaser.
It is
I
what it
would
is.
like to say that I know why he did it, but I don't know the guy
I'm telling you
personally.
why.
Yeah. Here, let me tell you why.
Whatever.
Right?
Just like
All
your
I'm saying is
doctor friends.
you can make your money and you can win and you can live in California.
No, winning
that sounds
takes-
like a better
winning-
life.
Winning takes precedent over anything.
He took less money, so
$4 million.
Thanks.
$4 million.
$4 million here, $4 million there.
Did do it for 3 years. Good call.
Well, people are making it seem like it's like half his contract. It's like $4 million.
$4 million. It adds up.
And I'm pretty sure Nike says,
Here's your $4 million.
here's your $4 million.
Well, let's give it to you up front instead of it being a part of your
Then
salary.
why don't most teams do that?
Because they
he's one of their
can.
highest paid athletes on Nike.
If they could, they probably would do that.
he's a ring chase.
Oh, no, I'm not screaming that.
I didn't like it when it happened. As time has gone by, I don't care as much, right? But,
As it does happen, yes. As
but I
things
mean,
happen.
he is the worst example of it, and he's always going to have that asterisk by his.
I don't think people care.
Like, are
You will care because you lived through it. I don't think people care.
He will always have.
What
that.
I'm saying is, would you make a different choice if you were Kevin Durant? Would you be like, I'm going to stick by Westbrook and
I'm not
play
saying
here?
it's
Wait.
Westbrook. I'm not saying that.
No.
The fact that he went to a team that he lost to,
Yeah.
didn't beat, that won 73 games the year before, right? Oh, it says a lot about who.
No, the only reason I'm arguing with you is this. Again, you will remember it because you lived through it. I don't think people will care. Did you care when Kareem did it?
Nope.
Kareem.
Didn't even know Kareem did it.
Kareem didn't do it.
Yeah, he did.
With who?
He forced his way out off the Bucks to go to Lakers.
Were the Lakers a championship team?
He won championships when I got there. He won.
No,
No, wait.
That's different. Not what I asked.
That's
Were they a
different.
championship?
No, because they got a draft pick and
that's
Jerry.
different.
Jerry
Question.
Jerry
Stop
West.
finagling.
Why does no one ever let me finish my point? Jerry West was there at the time.
Because it's not the same thing.
Hang on.
Were they a championship team?
The Bucks just won a championship the year before. We saw that Oscar Robinson was getting older, and he forced his way off the Bucks to go to Lakers because Jerry West was going to the finals every year. Then they started drafting Magic Johnson. I think Worthy was already there.
Were they
It
a
just-
championship team?
Oh, you're just sticking points on the championship team part. That's the sticking point.
That's what. That's
No, I know.
that's-
That's the sticking point. No, my whole point was.
Wait
I
a
don't think
minute.
people will care in the long run.
They won't.
They won't care in the long run.
But here's what I'm actually saying. What decision would you make if you were Kevin Durant? Where would you have gone, Wells?
You know what the answer to that.
What would you
He
do?
would have stayed in Oakland.
Yeah.
I mean, Oklahoma.
I would have loved to have won for Oklahoma City.
That's what he would have done.
Casey?
You know me.
I don't know if I would have stayed in Oklahoma.
Thank you.
But I definitely wouldn't have got to Golden State.
You wouldn't have gone because you'd like to lose somewhere else?
Ooh.
That's not necessarily.
I
no.
wouldn't have gone to Golden State because
They beat us in the playoffs.
not just that, it just looks like I can't do it on my own. Basically, Kevin Durant, the reason why people say he wants to go to New York and all that stuff is because he has an image where he could not do it by himself.
Well,
He is not a winner by himself.
Do you think he cares about that enough to leave Golden State?
yes. Apparently, the rumor is, and this is just a rumor.
the fact that he
sure.
wants to leave Golden State tells me that is the fact.
Yeah,
They're
apparently,
out
this
of
is,
money to
apparently this is just the rumor.
Yeah.
Apparently, he went there because he thought it could be his team, and because it's Steph's team and Steph gets all the love, he wants to go and try and prove it somewhere else.
What's the pull
That's
Kyrie
just
Irving?
the
What's
rumor.
gonna
That's just the
happen to
rumor of it.
Him and Kyrie,
Are gonna go to the finals?
Or Clay.
they're not going to the finals.
Plays in
Wow,
New York.
who's gonna beat them?
I think the Boston Celtics would beat them.
Wow.
Oh, here we go.
The
again.
Boston Celtics with
Bill
nobody.
Simmons has been transferred.
Oh my
into-
god.
I don't even like the Boston Celtics. I chose them because they're not a good team. I do not think they will be a good team.
No, they'll be a good team. Will they win championships? That's the question. They will be a good
They
team.
will be another New York Knicks with Carmelo and
No.
and Morris.
They will be a good
Listen to
team.
this guy.
They will be a good team.
They
Whether they'll
will
win
be
championships, that's the question.
either the second or third best team in the
two
East.
players who could not win by themselves.
Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant both have championships,
Who could not win by themselves.
and they're going
hold on.
together. What is
But
what is wrong with you?
1 second. But Westbrook and Kevin Durant were going to conference finals together.
I never said what I've already said what I've said about Westbrook.
Yeah, and I'm not disagreeing with them. But my whole point is they will be a good team if this happens. But winning championships is the question, not whether or not they'll be a good team.
You're putting a
Winning
champion with a
They'll
champion.
make the playoffs, okay? I'll concede that.
yeah.
But they ain't beating any of the top teams. in the
Maybe
world.
not.
What-
That I might have
So you have
to argue,
Milwaukee, maybe Toronto,
yeah. We're not going to argue
and Philly, right?
They're not going to beat them.
We're not going to argue hypothetical.
They
It
won't
hasn't
beat
happened.
Indiana when Oladipo comes back.
Come on, like come on, bro. Come on.
Anyway,
Yeah, those two aren't that good.
That might be your Nash moment. They wouldn't. They wouldn't beat the Pacers.
My dash one. I just hated the hate.
Yep.
two players I can't stand. Anything else you guys want to touch on these series? I know you guys are watching.
Women's soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soccer, yeah.
So the 76ers decided to bring back Brett Brown, the coach. Good idea, bad idea, Wells?
It's
Okay.
worked out for them well for the last couple of years. So, yeah, good job.
Really, eh?
That's sarcasm. I hate that sarcasm. in my voice. I don't know, man. Like,
that was hard to tell.
Yeah, no, really?
Yeah,
I was
you're
hard
like,
to- I had no
I
idea.
understand.
I wasn't looking at your
Next
face.
time
So
I'll
I
be-
was
They're not watching; they're listening.
Next
Well,
time
so you
we'll
gotta
be more
like
transparent.
get it together.
But, like, I don't know, man. Like, they probably gave him the best team he's gonna have ever. Like for Philly.
Well, they didn't really have a backup center.
Sorry, he had an all-star center instead. He had a backup center for.
I think Joel Embiid was plus 100 in the series or something ridiculous.
What, the on-off numbers were ridiculous.
It's not his
Yeah,
fault. Joel
yeah.
Embiid one day was sick, the next day he had I don't know what were the excuses he was coming with?
Lung infection or
Yeah.
That guy got. I don't know what that guy did. He must have been rolling around in like dirty
Dirt.
needles.
Yeah, he must be eating with pigs the entire
yeah.
series or something.
But
his Buckley's. Man.
oh my god, that's his mom. That's
His mom is.
oh my god, the Curry's mom.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway, sorry.
She's a very intelligent woman.
Yeah.
Great soccer player, obviously. And no, I just think like they gave him the best team he's ever going to have last year, or the season we just had.
Until next year.
What are they going to do?
I think they'd be
They're
fine.
not gonna get,
Listen,
they're not going to get re-signed Butler and Harris.
here's what I'm going to tell you.
Really? You don't think so? No.
It's too much money.
Not
The
just
Phil-
one.
One of them for sure.
They're not re-signing both.
I said Butler and
And
Harris.
Okay.
I think they're gonna
so
sign
they're
Harris.
re-sign one.
The
Go
I
on.
think Butler will stay.
The Philadelphia 76ers missed the conference finals by a fluke jump shot that bounced off the rim
Jump shot.
This team
Magnets.
has nothing to hang their head on. The coach's job was never in jeopardy.
It kind of was.
They are 100% fine. If Joel Embiid was
if it was
healthy,
never in jeopardy, why did they have to come out and say that he's still the coach?
I don't know. I don't think...
Well, I just told you why.
I get it. I don't think there was any realistic situation where you're going to get rid of him as the coach. Because what did he do wrong? He lost to a higher seed with the worst team in Game 7 at the buzzer. What more do you want from a guy?
Well, I can argue his rotations were kind of horrible.
Yeah,
Were
what
they?
happened
He
at-
never-
what happened at the end of the game there? Where
He never split up Ben Simmons and Embiid. He never staggered their minutes.
Who are you putting on instead? TJ Connolly?
Stagger them. Instead of doing that whole shift where you're putting the starters on and then the bench, stagger them. Keep them separate. Because the reason Ben Simmons is quote unquote bad is because him and Embiid occupy the same space. So if you have Embiid off, then Ben Simmons can do what he can do because he's going to be in a jumper's position. He never did that.
I mean-
I would have played Ben Simmons at center a few minutes just to see what happened. Yeah.
They said
You have to go
they said
small.
they
You have
tried
to
it
go small.
sparingly, but I think you got to
Yeah,
play him
you
at
have to go really small with
you
that.
play him at the 4. I don't understand why they
You
can't.
can't shoot. You can't have Embiid and him at the same time, but because he doesn't shoot.
So then you got to get rid of him. Is what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying Brett Brown didn't experiment with all that stuff.
Yeah,
anyway.
I get it.
From the four for the 4 teams that were left, or got eliminated. Excuse me: Sixers, Celtics, Rockets, Nuggets. Who comes out better next year?
Nuggets.
Casey.
Oh, sorry.
He didn't hear the question, so just repeat.
Nuggets. I mean,
Really?
the Nuggets are a young team who got beat by a more experienced team, right?
Now, do you think-
I think the Nuggets overall are probably more talented, right? And
Not-
when,
well,
when you get the experience, the playoff experience, more importantly,
Well, I'm just talking strictly for next year. Where do you see them next
the
year?
Nuggets will improve next year, and that's saying a lot given they were the second seed.
So they'll be the first best team.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go for them.
They'll improve.
And make the
I'm not going to say that they're. I'm talking about playoffs. We're talking about playoffs here, right?
So you're thinking conference finals?
I think they'll improve. I think you asked the question.
I know. I'm trying to pin you down. I'm trying to
The
pin you
other
down.
3 teams are going to get worse.
Okay.
Denver will get better.
So Denver will be the best team in the West next year.
Really? You think they're all okay?
When did I say that?
No, but I'm trying to pin
The
you
team.
down. What you're trying to say?
What are you saying?
what's
You're,
better?
they'll be better. Thanks. What does that mean?
It means I think they'll go further than
Conference
what they did
finals.
in the playoffs.
Conference finals.
They took them 7 games to beat the Spurs. They lost to Portland. Right? I think next year, with that experience in the playoffs, especially in the second round, they'll do better. I think when you look at Houston, they're going to get worse. Right? You look at Boston, we know what's going to happen to them. Right? And you look at Philadelphia, like we've already talked to, they have what? 2 of the best players are free agents. Right? They're not keeping both. Right? So they're going to get worse. Unless Ben Simmons develops a jump shot, which everyone here seems to be very skeptical
Yeah.
about.
Who else?
I already said.
Nuggets? Do you want to hear your reasons why, or you just totally
Oh, you
agree
said
with
it
him?
all,
You agree with
like-
him? All right. Smite?
I think they have the best young
Oh.
core of the teams left.
I think Philly.
Okay, go on.
I think the Philadelphia 76ers come out better. I think
What?
they're going to be hungry now. They could taste it. It's not a lot of teams come up and they lose in the situation and they come back and they make it extremely far in the playoffs. The latest example is the Bucks. Oklahoma City Thunder went through it, and I think now it's Philly's turn.
Do you think how do you think they'll improve?
I think they're going to move Simmons off the point, put him at the 3, put him at the 4. He can
who
point
plays
forward
the
like
point?
LeBron.
Who plays point?
I don't just bring one. You can bring a guy in. You can start Connolly.
Just anybody.
You need a shooter, right? You just need a guy that can shoot. When Jordan,
bring Connolly.
when
You
Scottie
didn't know you could bring
Pippen
Connolly.
carried the ball up the court, Steve Kerr was just a shooter. He didn't handle the ball and do anything like that. That's what I
I
think they need.
really hate the fact that you guys are watching the game.
I'm like, is it that good that you guys are hanging on every single shot?
I'm sorry, but how did Connolly get on Philadelphia? I'm listening to every word you said. I'm letting you finish.
TJ Connolly, the
TJ McConnell.
McConnell. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Nashitis thing.
You know what?
Listening. I'm probably paying more attention than you are.
No, yeah, you know what? But TJ McConnell was serviceable throughout the season. I don't understand how the playoffs start and like
Hold on, you're going to start TJ McCollum?
play him. I don't. You don't have to start him, but I think you
But
can.
you just said you're
Let's
going
start. If you're going to move Ben Simmons,
You say you're going to move Ben
you
Simmons
can
to
lose
three.
Simmons out. Well, you can
So
get
you
him.
have to
You
start
have
him.
an offseason. You can bring in a point guard. You guys are talking like there's not time to get. You can get anyone.
You're at the cap.
Okay, do
That's
you
what
think
the offseason is
Philadelphia's
about.
Keep all their going to keep Tobias Harris.
They would like to, but do you
That's
go
the
into the
question.
luxury tax for that team?
Well, that's the question.
I think Jimmy Butler is not going to sign anyways, and I think Harris stays. You still have a great foundation. Great foundation.
That team is going to be worse without Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is the only reason the Philadelphia 76ers won 3 games in the series.
They have another year under their belts.
Only reason.
Okay,
Not
another
the only reason.
and
But he was very important. He was very
and
important.
you're one step
And
from the
Embiid was
Raptors.
there too.
The Raptors not even being part of the equation. You're one step away from them not even being part of this conversation whatsoever. Okay, that's one step. Milwaukee is still going to dominate unless everyone leaves, which I don't think is going to happen. Outside of that, the
Maybe.
East is wide open.
Chris Middleton's going to leave. Mirotic isn't going to be there. They're free agents.
That team's going to be different next year.
Well, they'll bring back one of the two.
I don't know if Milton's going to leave. You think he's going to leave?
No, I don't think it's going to be there.
He's a free agent. Like, there's a possibility.
I think a team will pay him. And Milwaukee
Overpay
will
him?
not
He's
be
going to pay
able
him
to
max.
afford.
A team will pay Chris Middleton max money. Imagine that.
I don't know if
He's an all-star, though.
It's
I
gonna
just
happen.
said They're going to pay him, and Milwaukee may not be able to afford it.
He's an all-star.
Who else they pay?
Huh?
You're not paying anybody else. Come on, come on, who else?
Just. Do you know they're going to pay George Hill $18 million next year?
Cisco.
That wasn't their deal. They didn't give him 18 million.
That was Spurs, wasn't it?
No,
No, that was,
it was Pacers.
Pacers, yeah.
I disagree with you with the Nuggets.
Okay.
I think they will definitely be worse as far as the standing is concerned. They're going to make playoffs. I think they'll be lucky again next year to make the first round. The improvement is that they are a young team and they will learn because of this. I remember saying the last year the team that everyone thought was going to be incrementally better was Utah Jazz, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
I think they're a young team. They don't have the pieces quite yet. Joker's a very good player. Murray is a good player. I don't know how good he is. Very good. And I don't think they have that guy yet. The superstar guy yet. Joker could be that guy.
Where
but-
I disagree with you
Yeah.
is Denver has 3 players.
One's Paul Millsap. So,
Paul Millsap.
I mean-
a free agent.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay, so 2 players.
no, he's going to play for less.
2 young players who could score the basketball, who have proven they could play in the playoffs. The problem with
To a certain
Utah
extent.
is they only had 1 player. Donovan Mitchell.
You can kind
Rudy
of
Gobert's pretty good.
defensively, though.
He's a nice
Yeah,
defensive player, but I'm
defensively.
talking
Yeah.
about offense here,
Yeah.
right? Scoring the basketball, right? I think
Yes,
that-
you are right,
I
as
think
far as
that-
scoring is
that
concerned.
is the bigger difference, right? Denver is more.
Where did you have Denver last year? Going into last
Oh,
year.
I definitely didn't have Denver.
Yeah. That's my whole point. I think they will make the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think they're going to be as high
I
as
think
they
Joker's
were.
going to get better, and I think
100%.
Mitchell will get. Not Mitchell.
Murray.
Murray will get
I don't
better.
think Murray can get better.
Of course he can.
I think
every player.
I think he's hit his
The
ceiling.
amount of players you've said that about.
Name one. Name
Giannis.
one
Kyrie
guy.
Giannis.
Name
Giannis.
one guy.
Giannis.
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 Giannis, DeMar.
DeMar did hit his ceiling. I never said Kawhi can get better. Come on, stop that.
Okay,
Giannis.
You're just making up players now. Get out of here.
Yeah, actually, probably
You did say DeMar.
I-
No, I'm not talking
DeMar did hit his ceiling when I said hit his ceiling.
No.
The year he averaged 27 a game, that was as good as he's going to get. And that
You did
he has not been that good.
Kyrie Irving.
I don't remember saying
Last
Kyrie.
year he
Irving.
said-
We were sitting in the apartment. Kyrie Irving isn't that good of a player. That's the best he's going to get.
You might have said this before LeBron got there.
Maybe.
Because I know I've
You
said
did.
it.
You did say it before I brought it.
I did say that. I said that too.
That's like 8 years ago at this point, but that's fine. That's fine.
And you said
You just questioned me and asked me who I said this about.
last
You
year.
reached back into the past, sir.
Last
What
year,
else am I supposed to do?
last year you said the Bucks should trade Giannis.
Yeah, I
because
did.
he's not going to get any better.
Did I say trade him or give up on him?
You
I
said
said give
trade
up. No, I said give up on him. Not trade
Is
him.
that any better? Or you
I said give up on him.
What does that mean?
I'm trying to make my wrong a little less wrong.
gonna send him back to Greece?
I said give up. He's not that guy.
Who won?
He looks like that.
Portland lost.
Interesting. So Golden State's up to 2-0. Now you guys might have thought it was anything you want to share about that game that you saw.
I think Portland will win the next 2 games.
Well, it's at home now. Yep.
Right? And I think Golden State will finish off the series.
Thanks.
Okay.
It's 6, like I said.
Well, they watched the game. They were sitting there watching the game
Yeah,
while we're
yeah,
trying
while
to do a
we were
podcast.
Yo, man. Hold on. I just wanna-
I was just as engaged
Oh my lord.
as the both of you.
I just have one question. Does Steph Curry have his come out? Did he knock down any clutch threes?
17. Yeah, but when we were making that noise, he hit a 3 to take the lead.
Nice.
Sorry, again, I disagree with you, Nuggets. We'll see next year. Sixers, I think they will improve because I believe Embiid, they're crying.
We still talking basketball?
Wow.
Let's finish off.
Can we finish
Yeah,
the
go
way
ahead.
stop?
Rockets will be the same. Anyway, go on.
I'm old and I'm tired. Right?
Well, if we didn't finish that.
The Rockets, right, to me, are the biggest conundrum.
They're going to
They're
bring it
going to
back.
be worse.
They're going to bring it back.
They're going to be worse. But anyway, let's go on to the next topic.
We'll skip Lakers. Who cares about that?
What?
Let's talk about baseball.
No.
There was a baseball topic. I like this topic. I don't have an opinion on it, but I like the topic.
We'll see where it goes. So, a couple weeks ago, Ken Griffey Jr. said that baseball is not doing enough to bring in black athletes. North American black athletes.
And Ken Griffey Jr. is black. I know this.
Yeah. Thanks.
David Price said the
I
same.
use my baseball intellect here, right?
Do you know what team you play for?
He played for Seattle.
Oh, there you go.
Did David Price say the same thing too? David Price said the same thing too earlier.
I don't know. Are you asking or you're telling?
I'm asking. I don't know. I'm
You have a computer in front of
I
you.
get it, but I think it's a theme right now. Is what I'm.
No, it's been a thing for a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
I was joking. I knew who he was.
You played a video game.
I watched him. Come on now.
Do you guys think there's any merit to that though?
This has been a theme going on for a while now. Like, I've heard a lot of players say this for a long time. Reasoning behind maybe why black athletes in North America aren't attracted to baseball. 2 reasons, I think. 1, football and basketball are the sexier sports. They get all the attention and whatnot. 2, you don't get paid in baseball till you're 27, Wells? Is that fair to say? 28, 27?
Depends how
Big
whenever
numbers.
your clock ticks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
you
you're
don't-
probably
you
not
don't get
getting
paid till later.
Well, Bryce Harper's going to pay. He's 26.
Yeah.
That's about as early as it gets.
Now, I think when kids go in and they're stellar athletes, the first thing they're told is if you play baseball, you can't sign a contract for money
I don't know if
until
anyone
you're
tells them that.
26.
That's also not true, too.
Isn't this as simple as how many baseball diamonds are in black neighborhoods
I was about to bring I was going to bring that up too.
in the States? How many are there?
How many
I don't
football
know.
fields are there?
Every school.
Every school has it. Every school.
Right? Like,
But doesn't every school have a baseball diamond, too?
I don't think so.
To be
I've
honest,
seen a lot of schools in Atlanta. I didn't see a baseball diamond once.
Now to say black athletes are not playing baseball is not true. It's just they're picking.
they're not
other
choosing
sports.
baseball. Yeah.
So Kyler Murray played
Kyler
baseball.
Murray, we just saw
Russell Wilson played baseball.
Yeah.
They are playing baseball. Why are they not picking the MLB is the thing.
But I'm saying athletes, if someone's an athlete, like these multi-sport athletes, baseball is the worst option of those 3 major
I would say
sports.
football.
Worst option for what?
Making money.
Okay.
Let's
Is that
start-
what this is all about, then?
I would say it's football.
If they,
Wouldn't
if,
football don't they make the least in football?
Yeah, unless you're a quarterback.
no,
But
Unless
we're
you're-
also going away from the point of the Ken Griffey point
Yeah.
was...
What is baseball doing to do this?
Yeah, that's like what. So is this a money thing because baseball will lose every time?
yeah.
Or is this a just a general like attention to the game thing? Because like you guys won't watch games. Like Like, why is it? Like, what's the attention?
I watch games when they were winning.
You don't watch games, man. When they're winning. But like you say, you even say you won't. I don't know if that's a culture thing or like I don't know. Like
No, your team needs to be winning.
Well, maybe. But I think that if you take a look at the 4 major sports, baseball is 3. We can say that, right?
amongst,
Out of the 4 majors.
but like what's
Amongst-
are we ranking? Ratings?
Amongst African Americans, interest in general. I first said interest in general. If you go with black people, for sure.
Sure, it's 3.
Baseball is 3rd.
Yeah.
Okay. Factor that into when you have superior athletes, the choice to play baseball means to make a sacrifice, and you're not going to get elite athletes choosing baseball over other sports. That's also a fair thing to say. Okay? When you have stellar athletes and none of them are playing baseball, when the kids are coming up in the system and choosing sports to play, they don't want to be like, so all those elite athletes are in football and basketball, they're going to choose to follow that and play that sport. Can baseball change the rhetoric? Well, all your players of color are Dominican, Spanish,
That's not true.
right? Well, most of them are because black people aren't
A lot of them
playing.
are. A lot
So
of them are.
obviously, the majority of them are from there, obviously. And Major League's made a point to go over there and get those players a while ago, right? They play like crazy. So if the Major Leagues made a point to scout and draft black players,
But how do you know they're not?
because they're all choosing other sports.
That's not true because Kyler Murray got drafted.
Kyler Murray got drafted because he played baseball. He's a great baseball player, but he chose football.
Yeah.
But that's one kid. How many other African Americans were drafted this year?
In
MLB, and we don't know. But I'm
North
saying
America, from North
it's
America,
it's
yeah, that
probably way down. Is what all I'm saying. It's probably way down, and it's because kids aren't playing because with the stellar athletes don't choose it anyways. So right now, if you were 13 years old and you know you're going to be a super athlete and you're playing baseball, but you're also playing football, you just saw what Kyler Murray did. Are you going to now pursue baseball as a career? Probably not. Right? That choice probably cost him 1,000 top athletes. You know what I mean?
Just for some numbers here, the average salary in NFL is $1 million. The average salary in MLB is $9.1 million.
The NFL is by far the worst choice. That's what I was
Not to mention the brain injuries. If you're not especially
what
if you're
about how long is an NFL career compared
average,
to MLB?
I think it's like 4 years.
versus
Average.
how long with the MLB, which is probably over 10.
How many players never make it to the major leagues in baseball?
How many players never make
Makes
it
it
to
just-
major NFL, right?
smaller rosters in NFL. Sorry,
Baseball.
Baseball.
farm system in NFL. There is no farm system.
There's no farm
10
system.
players.
I think it goes back. I honestly believe it's simpler than that. I really believe that
MLB's not in the black neighborhoods reaching
I
out
don't blame
or
MLB. I'm not saying it's baseball's fault. I'm saying
well, you see the NBA does
how
it.
many a basketball court is easy. You could put a basketball court anywhere, right? A baseball diamond is not the same thing. And football is king in the States, right? So every school has a football field, right? But a baseball diamond is few and far
The
between.
only
Even in
art-
Canada,
I know.
it is few and far between. At least
Baseball
in Toronto.
diamonds?
Dude, where we used to have baseball diamonds, they don't exist. Where I grew up in my neighborhood when I was a kid, that baseball diamond's gone. It's not there anymore. Right? That's how. That's the question I'm asking.
Now this is just me. I can probably and
I
this
played
is,
baseball when I was a
yeah,
kid.
yeah. I think all of us did. This is just me. I can literally walk to 3 baseball diamonds in my area.
Yeah. There's baseball diamonds everywhere.
I can just walk to it. That's just me. And this is our neighborhood. This is completely different from the States. So I'm just
Kids
completely
don't
different
play.
from the States.
Kids don't play sandlot
Now,
baseball.
my
either.
only argument to that is NBA is going and building these facilities. Mind you, schools and all these other places probably have these basketball nets, but the NBA is in these
Every
neighborhoods.
Elementary school,
100%.
every high school, every college has a basketball.
But we see the programs the NBA are doing. They are building these facilities. They are going to other countries
They don't
and building
what
facilities.
I'm saying is the government, when they build a school,
Yes, they
will
build. Yes,
put basketball hoops in a
gymnasium.
in a gym, and they will have a field that they could play football. But you will not always see baseball. So could that possibly play into
yes,
it?
it does. It does. 100%. It
Given
does.
that every school in America and Canada will have a basketball team and a football team, but not guaranteed to have a baseball team.
But shouldn't MLB trying to be changing this?
But that.
I think that was.
fault is it?
So-
Does MLB have
but-
to pay
But
the schools to do this?
But if it is a problem, and again, I comparing to the NBA, which they are going into places and building facilities, shouldn't MLB be going into these neighborhoods? I think that was the whole kangaroo
But
theory.
the NBA doesn't do that.
Yes, they
They
do.
do.
No, they don't.
The NBA
They
built
do.
a court just down the
I
street.
just missed what I just said. I'm saying.
No, we
if you
heard-
go
we-
to
no,
any
yeah.
school.
But yeah, but
school.
we're hearing your point. What
Go
we're
to
saying though,
YMCA.
we're saying is that the NBA says, okay, we don't have enough basketball courts. Let's go build courts and invest to get more people interested.
I'm not even
The
talking about
MLB doesn't do
building
that.
courts in
We heard your
areas.
point. We get
I'm
your
just
point.
saying,
We
in
heard
every
you.
School,
I know you.
Every kid plays basketball.
We heard that. We heard
They
that.
don't play baseball.
I get it.
No, but I'm
We understand
again,
that.
I'm throwing it back to MLB now.
Yeah.
What
It's a
is-
totally different
Expect
point.
them to do invest in every single
But that
school
no,
in the
but
country.
he's not countering
Not
your
every
point.
school. I'm
He's
not
making
counting
a
every
different
school.
point.
I'm
That's the
not
whole point
counting
we're trying to
every
make
school.
here.
I'm not counting every school. I'm not saying they have to go to. NBA doesn't do that. NBA doesn't go to every school and build arenas. They don't. But they do build
Basketball
courts in communities, in like cities and stuff like that. All I'm saying is, couldn't MLB build
same.
just a few parks?
What I'm
Just a few
saying-
more parks.
What I'm saying.
Yeah, go on.
is- Okay, and
Which I understand. No, I understand what you're saying.
Right?
I understand what you're saying.
Is that the school board?
Yes.
Let's just say the Ontario.
Every school has a basketball court.
The Catholic school board and public school board.
That the NBA doesn't build. I understand.
We're gonna let him finish so we can just and it's over.
I don't understand what you don't understand.
Because we
about.
heard it and we're saying you're right. He's saying a totally different thing. That's the whole point we're trying to make here.
What the hell is the point of that?
We don't know why you're still talking about this point. That's the whole point we're trying to make.
No,
But
we
that
get
proves the point that more people will be exposed to those other sports.
Yes.
Can
I'm not
they?
disagreeing that. I'm
So
asking what's MLB now.
Can they do to make it?
Shouldn't they be going to places? That's what I keep asking.
I don't
Should
think- I don't think
MLB?
it's fair to make Major League Baseball build not stadiums, but
Just
build
parks.
fields.
You don't think it's fair for MLB to invest in more people being interested in their game? Because that's what it would be doing.
God, just building diamonds in parks everywhere does not mean people will be
Then why does the NBA do it?
invested in their games.
Why does the NBA do it?
But like, what can they do? Because they have a problem.
No, I'm asking. Why does the NBA do that?
I'm gonna go back to the schools again.
I get your school. Schools have it everywhere. I'm not. Why does the NBA build that? Why does the NBA do
Go
it?
back to schools. Do they teach kids how to play basketball in school?
Yes, it's probably part of the curriculum.
It's part of the curriculum.
Yeah, probably.
Do they teach them how to play
Yes,
baseball?
yes.
No, if there's no diamonds, they can't
They
play.
play.
How can
They
they play?
play.
if
They play in the gym. They
That's
play
all I'm
soccer,
saying.
baseball. They swing
But
bats.
again,
they
you didn't
play
answer my
cricket.
question.
It's part of
Why
the
does
job.
the NBA build facilities then?
Why
The
does
NBA just built. They built courts in Toronto. They have NBA built courts in Toronto. Why does the NBA do it then? For our point, exactly.
They do it to grow the game.
The exact.
They don't.
That's
But
all we're trying to say. Why doesn't MLB? And you can't answer this. And you can't answer this
'Cause you're not in the
why?
office.
Why doesn't MLB do that?
But it's a problem that needs to be, and they could address the problem by doing something. Is
You
what I'm
honestly
saying.
believe if the MLB just decided to put a whole bunch of diamonds everywhere, that's going to fix the issue?
Invest though. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying do
Invest.
something.
Well, you watch more baseball than all of us. What's your opinion?
That has nothing to do with it, though, man. I watch baseball because I like the sport.
Yeah.
I think it's more of an issue with people not liking the sport.
You don't
Like-
think people like sport?
I asked you guys, why
That's
don't you?
not. That's not. No. Just
but
us.
that's where it starts.
Why don't I like baseball?
Yeah, why?
It's actually pretty simple.
No, because the answer is not because there's no diamond down the street from my house.
No, there's more to it than placement of
because if you
diamonds.
like, to maybe help your argument out, Wells, if you like baseball, Smythe, what are you going to do? Now your kid, let's go outside and play baseball.
Yeah.
Which you'll probably do anyway, but whatever. But I'm saying that's the whole thing. Let's go outside and play baseball.
I think it's more of exposure, not just having the like, I don't know, the having a diamond around you, right? Like the luxury of that. I don't think that's what this is. I think it's more of like wanting to actually like the sport or play it.
I know why I don't like sport. I know why I don't like sport. Or sorry, I shouldn't say that.
I don't
I shouldn't
like
say
the
that.
sport.
I shouldn't say that because I do like the sport. Why I'm not as interested as I am? It's offense.
It's what?
Offense. They don't have enough for me.
There's not enough
have to sit
smashing in
around
baseball.
for.
That's weird because there's more points and runs scored in baseball than there is in hockey.
It's true.
I think hockey is low scoring too. But the only thing,
but
the
you
only thing
say
with
hockey's your favorite sport.
yeah, the only difference between hockey is there's more action. There's a lot of standing around in baseball.
Yeah.
So this is action based. This
No,
is
that's just for me. That's just for me.
So
no, but this is what I'm trying to get at.
yeah,
for me.
no, but the thing is we're talking about us, and us. That's not the heart of the issue. The heart of the issue really is why superior athletes don't play baseball because
Superior athlete.
He said said that multiple times.
Well, I say superior as in people that are
You
going
did
to
say
play.
it multiple times? I didn't hear it
Yeah,
the first
people are
time.
going to play professional sports, right?
We're talking about black athletes, and then you keep on saying superior. It's like,
No, I'm not saying no.
Wow. I didn't even put those two together.
So yeah, exactly. You know why? You know why, guys? Because I don't see color. That's why. But I'm saying like, so I say black superior athletes, but athletes that are going to go to the major level and they could excel in any sport. Don't choose
Have
baseball,
you seen the movie Get Out?
right? So the issue is that athletes that are better than other athletes that play professional sports don't
say
choose
that.
baseball.
Don't say that.
It's
Just say
not
black
us.
athletes. Black athletes.
Well, black,
Who's us?
sorry, black athletes,
Black
but
athletes.
not all of them are good enough to become. Maybe a lot of them play baseball. They just don't get to the major league level. Do
did
you know
we
what I
play
mean?
baseball when we were young?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Everyone did.
Why?
Because we liked it.
I liked it.
Because
And we had diamonds close to us.
how were the Jays doing back when we were young? When we were 9, 10 years old, 89.
Oh, they just coming in the World Series. Oh no, they were coming up to the World Series. They had a good team. Yeah, they had a good team.
But played before.
A couple years ago, there
Wait.
was a huge.
You're gonna count for that?
But you're talking about.
Kind of that.
So you're saying that? But this is like
No, I like
this is
baseball
a
more.
personal opinion now.
Yeah, so when the Chicago Cubs win, a lot of inner city Chicago kids are
Yeah,
going to play
that's
baseball
what I
now.
mean,
Like,
like,
that doesn't make any
I'm,
sense.
I'm asking the question.
So all the
When
like
your
inner city
when
teams
your
need to win
team is
for.
good. I'm not, okay.
I know why.
guess
I know what
stepped
you're
away from
saying.
the black
Yeah,
and
yeah,
thing,
exactly.
but,
That's what we're
I'm just talking
arguing.
about in general now with people. I think kids begin to play when they're excited about the team they're watching. I know
Sure.
a lot of parents and their kids, and everyone was on the Blue Jays bandwagon, right? As with me, right? And they were watching every game, and they were playing. The kids were out there playing the sport. Now those same kids ain't playing.
I just think
So I'm asking a question. I'm not making a statement. I'm asking a question.
I played baseball because it was my dad's favorite sport,
yeah.
and he introduced me to it. That's why I played.
Why was it his favorite sport?
I don't know. He liked it. I don't know. Growing up, I have no idea why it was his favorite.
It's not a good enough answer.
I don't know.
I just think it's like the most unique sport, but it doesn't get.
It's also your favorite sport.
I know because
Yeah.
I think it's the most unique sport. It's the most.
It is.
You know, every stadium's different. Every guy who's at bat has a different batting stance. Everyone who pitches is different.
The defense has control of the ball.
Are you saying every basketball player is not different?
No, just
But
he's talking
there's
about sport
cookie
in general.
cutter.
He's talking about sport in general because this is. I don't think cricket. I think cricket dimensions are all the same. This is the
You
only.
can hit it behind you
Huh?
in cricket.
Yeah, you can hit it behind you, but the dimension of the stadium is the same in every.
Yeah, it's
in
the
every
same.
thing.
In baseball,
In
different- there's
baseball,
different
you
lengths
can
of-
literally. It wasn't true. It wasn't always true in hockey. Hockey, they uniformed it in the '60s, I believe.
Yeah.
'60s or '70s. I can't remember. What
Baseball's
anymore.
only sport left.
Baseball, and it's never going to change. Where every playing surface is different.
Yeah.
Every single one. Green Monster in Boston and stuff like that. It's very unique in that sense, and very unique in another sense that it's the only sport other than cricket.
What does
That the
that,
def-
what does that have to do with people?
No, he's saying why he likes it.
I'm saying
He
it's
was saying why he
because-
likes it.
I understand that, but what
Yeah.
does that have to do with people playing the sport?
Because like I don't think people appreciate that, and they should.
Yeah, but if you're.
But it's not told. It's not.
I get it, but if you're an athlete and you're sitting at home, you
Superior
can choose
athlete?
between. Yeah. And you can choose between the NFL, the NBA, or the MLB. That doesn't matter, right?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe it's how you're sold on it.
Right.
I think.
It's also. Yeah, go on.
I
Sorry.
think certain athletes who are gifted enough to have good at all three sports, someone has sold them on what's better for them or what's better for their future, right? And like someone did that to Kyler Murray, right? So
No, the paycheck said that to Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
What's the number one draft pick? What does that pay?
he's gonna get a lot of money.
And what does
Yeah.
it pay being the number 7 pick in
totally,
the
I
MLB,
get it,
right?
but, like-
and I think he made a decision. I don't know for sure because I don't think anyone decides to go to a sport where you're more likely to fail. Because Kyler Murray was more of a shoo-in as a baseball player to be successful in my eyes than he's as a quarterback. He gets taken number 1 right now. He's undersized. Sure, he has talent, but when you go to the next level,
Superior talent.
you already know, right? So now the question really is why is it that
I don't think it's a paycheck for Kyler Murray. I don't think it's a paycheck for Kyler Murray.
you think he's passionate about football?
I think football is. I don't know really say it. It's just more sexy because we just saw Trout and those guys get $300 million,
Yeah, but that's Trout.
Trout
I know,
got $400 million.
and Trout got $400
Name the
million.
last,
Like if he no,
name the last black athlete to make that kind of money in baseball.
Giancarlo Stanton got $325 million.
Is he black?
We're talking about black North Americans. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's black.
If he's a good baseball, he's gonna. Are you?
Oh, hold on. Let me look at his lineage. Yeah.
What I'm saying, Smythe is, I can't remember. If he's a good baseball player, he will get paid that big paycheck. If he's a good baseball
In
player,
7 years.
it's still a lot of money.
Still more money than making an NFL. In most cases.
Most cases is very right.
Like football quarterback, what gets guaranteed? Don't even argue that. Yeah. Please don't bring this up. Please don't bring this up.
Stanton is of mostly African American and Irish descent.
Irish, he's mixed. Doesn't count.
What?
I'm joking. I am joking, obviously. I am joking, obviously.
He's inferior.
How light that skin
We're gonna get
is.
in trouble for this episode.
From who?
I don't know.
Now you should get some real Twitter hate mail.
The internet.
I don't remember my point. Take this over. Sorry, you are correct, Casey, in the fact that yes, there are no diamonds in urban areas, stuff like that. The diamonds are depleting. Probably people see this huge field and it's like, you know what we can do? We can put a condo there, and they put up a condo. You're probably 100% right. All I'm saying is, if baseball perceives this to be a problem, they should maybe invest, and again, just like the NBA done, try and invest to maybe fix it. Is it going to fix every city? Every kid's now going to go, they're going to put it in every school? No, they can't.
Is it possible
It makes no
that
sense.
people look at baseball as a rich sport?
No, because you didn't before. Did you before?
I'm asking the question. I actually don't know the answer, but we know why certain cultures don't get into other sports, right? Is it considered maybe people look at it?
No, because back in the day, we're going a little further back. Like, what were kids doing? They're just going in the street and playing stickball. They would just find a stick and a ball, and that was it.
Yeah, it's because baseball was the biggest sport in the land.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Baseball is no longer the biggest sport in the land, so I think.
It's also part of it.
And I'm guarantee you've probably done it where you were as a kid and you just played baseball. You just went on the street and said, "Hey, that car is first base, and that sewer over there is second base." Like you've done.
Baseball was the biggest sport in the land when we were kids, right? I mean, yes, technically hockey was, but the Blue Jays were hot.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why I'm saying it's not one thing. It's a combination of a lot.
It's a lot of things. Yeah, it's a lot of things. I'm just trying to get to the point where it's like, should MLB be trying to do something better? And I think they should. I think every major sport should be in their communities and doing these things.
MLB is trying to grow their game around the world. They haven't been very successful, with the exception of a few
Japan,
countries. With the exception of
and South American countries. Yeah, no, I heard you say. I'm talking here.
But in Europe, it hasn't been successful. In Asia, with the exception of Japan, it hasn't been successful.
Weirdly, not in Asia. Well, I guess the
Koreans play.
No, I'm saying like as far as like Pakistan and all those other and Australia, but I guess cricket doesn't really translate.
Cricket's huge there.
Yeah,
but I mean,
I'm just saying cricket and baseball are quote unquote similar. But
why haven't those sports grown there? Mind you, the NFL hasn't grown in a lot of those places either. But I don't know.
NFL doesn't grow anywhere except for North America.
Okay, so
they went to Europe for a bit, and everyone was like, "Why are you guys here?"
But this is my point. Like, what is it about these sports that people outside of North America may not like it?
No, it's a matter. It's time, man. How long's football been a thing for? 60, 70 years. Maybe?
It's a long time, man.
It wasn't. NFL wasn't that.
Soccer's been a thing for hundreds of years before.
NFL was not a thing for that long.
Basketball, then.
Well, it's 52 Super Bowls, but they play football before the Super Bowl started.
It's playing basketball. It's playing hockey. They're big, and hockey's huge in Europe. Right?
In China.
Well, hockey's over 100 years old. That's what I'm saying.
In Australia, China, Australia.
So, that's what I'm too argue.
People play baseball. Just like there's not leagues as big as the MLB. You know what I mean? It's not.
As far as the four major sports, basketball's probably the newest.
Oh, football.
No. Football, yeah.
When was football invented?
I don't know, like late 1800s, early 1900s.
Football was invented by Americans to play in America.
Basketball would be the newest.
Basketball's the newest.
In like the 30s?
30s, yeah.
No.
20s.
James Naismith was like dunking on people on peach baskets in like the late 1800s.
It wasn't
Cindy, can you that was the first meme, I think, is he asked Cindy to hold the peach basket up, and then he clanked on her, cocked back and clanked on her.
Cock that joint
Bang.
banged on.
We should have signed that guy for life for that one comment. We should have signed him forever.
That's
I don't know what the
Naismith
Raptors
is.
do sometimes. You know, we could have Master P playing for the Raptors.
Yes.
We messed that up.
1892.
Okay, so
Okay.
What about that year?
That's when you invented.
That's when basketball was
That's when you
invented.
invented
So,
basketball.
100 years. Every other sport's had 100
Yeah.
years.
in the States, yeah,
Cock
football
back and
invented it in the
bang
States.
done.
American University.
Anyone else have anything else to say on this?
Nope.
Say on this. All right.
What was that accent? Say on this.
I think he brings one out every episode around the 2-hour mark. He just like pulls something out.
Oh yeah. What about the 3-hour mark? 'Cause that's coming up.
Yeah.
So I need my bed.
Crazy scene out in St. Louis. That series is pretty good. I think I'm the only one actually watching it. Actually, no, you're watching it. I know you're watching it, Wells.
Did you know?
Sharks and Blues.
Did you know the official ruling on this?
It was a hand pass.
Do you know the official reason why they couldn't review it?
Because it's not reviewable.
There's no non-reviewable.
So, if the goal was scored with the hand, then they could have gone back and reviewed it.
No, the goal wasn't scored with the hand. He hand passed.
I know he hand passed
to
it.
somebody.
So
Then someone passed
if
it.
the hand was the goal, that's in the rule book. But because the hand pass isn't in the rule book, if they don't catch it, they can't go back to review it. And because the rule book is concrete and
I get
stone,
it. No,
they can't make a change to go back and take a look at that.
I don't
Isn't
think.
that-
I don't think you want to do that.
It's concrete and stone.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Concrete and stone.
Okay, like this guy, you finished that whole bottle of wine, didn't you?
Yeah, and he's tired, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't want to start going back and start
Well, they-
reviewing things.
well, they can.
No, you don't want to do that. You
It's
don't wanna
legal
do that.
terminology, so I guess that's
Because
that's
if
the
you
reason.
if you start reviewing little things like hand passes and stuff like that,
Yeah.
you are literally going to review everything that happened on that goal,
Isn't that
and
crazy?
you don't want to do that.
Look,
You
man,
don't-
they
you
missed
just
the
don't.
call. That's
They missed
it.
the call. And that's
Yeah,
it.
but then now they
That's
have to rewrite when they wrate the rules for next
I hope
season.
they
have to
don't.
add that
I
in.
really hope they don't, because there's already too many reviews. I don't know where else to go. Bruins, Canes, they're done.
It's over. Yep.
It's over.
That's over. Bruins in 4.
I think the Canes in 6.
Did I take the
Your
Bruins
picks,
before?
actually, your picks this whole entire playoff. Well, I don't even take you seriously. It's like you're just going opposite. You're just going opposite town. This whole playoffs.
Opposite town.
You guys want to talk about Babcock, or what's it for next week?
Yeah, sure.
That's it for next week.
We're doing it early next week.
Yes, we are. Or at least we're going to try.
Tuesday?
To be determined. Anyway, that's it for the podcast.
All right. You can find the Team Podcast everywhere you usually
Whoa.
get yours. That includes Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and your favorite pod places. You can also find us on our favorite social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my personal favorite, Tumblr.
Wells, whenever you stop watching the game.
Find me on Instagram at Veepin52. Find me on Twitter at V52. Next week will be my last episode here.
Yes, Wells, this is penultimate episode.
Yeah.
Just like...
Did DeFeo beat Smythe in that trivia?
Yeah.
Yep.
On the last question.
On the last question.
Damn.
Casey, you want to give out your Twitters?
No.
He just created a burner account, like.
Yeah, it's his burner account.
And of course, you can find all this sweet podcast goodness on the Park Daily, theparkdaily.com. Yeah, rate us and review us. And we're out. Hit him with that theme song, Smythe.
Nash Wells and Smythe host the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.